On today's episode, we're back with the family. Now grab your tickets because we're getting to the theater. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Adam.
I'm Erica.
I'm Etta.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Abby.
And we are getting to the theater. We are a comedy podcast review show where we sit down and we talk about a movie that is new to someone on the episode, more than likely. And today, if you can tell by the title you clicked on, we're talking about Fast and Furious 8, otherwise known as The Fate of the Furious, which Erica was kind enough to pick for us.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I wish they had named this 8 Fast, 8 Furious. Just kind of kept it going.
What's the basic premise of this one? We're 8 movies in now.
Yeah, we are 8 movies in. The family... Well, not the family, rather. Just Dom, Vin Diesel's character, gets blackmailed into betraying the family for unknown reasons, and the family has to figure out what's going on.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And this movie is from 2017. It was directed by a guy named F. Gary Gray.
What happened to Justin Lin?
I don't know. He directed a bunch of these, just not this one. He probably came back for the next one. But our director, Mr. Gray, is mostly known for directing music videos. But he has done a few movies. And from what I can tell, his first movie was Friday.
Hey.
With Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And he did The Negotiator.
Is he black?
Yes, he is actually. A Man Apart, the remake of The Italian Job with Jason Statham and Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, so he had them both again in his one.
Yeah.
Nice.
He did Be Cool, which is a sequel to Get Shorty. Straight Outta Compton. Law-Abiding Citizen.
With baby Ice Cube?
Be Cool?
No, Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't The Rock in Be Cool?
Yeah, he was. He
Yeah.
was, actually.
So
He also directed Men in Black International.
Is that the one with Tessa Thompson and...
The one without the normal cast, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth?
Yes.
Yep. So that's our director. This movie brings back a lot of characters from previous films.
Not the ones that mattered.
Well, that's true.
Weren't there literally only 2 people that they didn't have?
That were characters still alive, yes. Because technically, Han and
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot's character, whose name I always forget.
Giselle?
That sounds right. Their characters are dead.
Is her name Godot or is it Godot?
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Okay.
Tomato.
Yeah.
I've heard, you know what, I'm not even going to say. Moving on.
But we have returning Vin Diesel, of course, who's been in all but one of these movies.
Yeah, because he was at the end of 3.
Mm-hmm, and he wasn't in 2.
Yeah.
That's crazy because that's my favorite one.
Right?
The one without Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Chris Bridges, Ludacris.
Oh, I forgot that's his real name.
Yeah. Yep.
'Cause I was like, who the hell is Chris Bridges?
If I fully had my voice, I would definitely would have yelled Luda when he said that
Oh
just
my
now.
gosh.
Luda.
Jeremy and I are both fighting colds at the moment. So if we sound a little funny, that's why. We have Natalie Emmanuel, who played Ramsey, introduced in the previous film.
Right.
Kurt Russell, Charlize Theron making her franchise debut. We also have baby Clint Eastwood, Scott Eastwood.
He was the
That
worst
man
part
looks
of this
just
movie.
like his daddy.
He does look like his father, and he was the worst part of this movie.
I knew he looked familiar.
He looks just
Oh my
like
God.
young Clint Eastwood. It's crazy.
Look,
So the first time I saw him, I was like when he had the sunglasses on, I was like, that's a really short Chris Evans. And then he took the sunglasses off. I went, oh my God, that man is an Eastwood.
Yep.
There is no way he's not related to him.
They needed a new white guy.
They needed a...
Did we, though?
Did they?
But here's the problem.
Yes,
they picked the
Paul
most
Wall's
generic
dead.
looking one. And Erica made a great point last night. It should not have been Scott Eastwood. And she rattled off a bunch of people that would have been better in this movie. She got to Raoul Coley, and I nearly flipped the fuck out.
I feel like we need a token Asian in this.
She also brought up the actor who plays Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Simu Liu?
Yeah.
Simu Lee?
I always forget how to pronounce
I
his
think
name.
it's Lou.
Yeah.
But he would have been good in this movie. Also, apparently, they put Eastwood's character in a lot of Subarus, just like Brian from previous films. This is the first movie that came out after the death of Paul Walker.
And you could feel it. It needed Brian in this so bad.
Yeah, I don't remember if I said it, but I was just like, that guy's the Brian replacement.
Yeah.
He absolutely was.
A terrible one.
Yes. Yes. I don't know about Scott Eastwood as an actor, but just the fact that the character sucked. Like, I felt like we could have just shoot him away at some point.
they intentionally set him up to be like that because his introduction scene, he got just tossed against a fucking wall.
That was actually kind of fun.
Literally.
Like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, this guy is supposed to be some comic relief guy they're going to be ragging on for the whole fucking film.
But I feel like we could have had, like, a better bland white guy. And I feel like if we had to go with the white guy, like,
I think you said Chris Pine.
yeah, no, not Chris Pine. Well, Chris Pine actually would have been funny. He would have been a better actor. But I feel like, what's Baby Quaid?
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid would have been good at this because he's actually funny.
Baby Huey?
Yeah.
That's right,
I
baby.
think,
Wee Huey.
I think Kurt Russell's actual son would have been better in this.
Wyatt Russell?
Yes.
He would have been good.
Just
Yeah.
so
that
many
would've been
better
cool.
white people than Scott Eastwood.
He's just so bland looking.
Honestly, I don't think they wanted somebody who was actually good.
No.
That character was not set up to be good.
No.
If they had a...
I spent the whole movie thinking he was going to die.
If only.
Like, if they had a quote-unquote
I was waiting.
good actor in that role, that actor would not have gotten a chance to shine at all.
And neither did he,
Yeah.
which is appropriate.
Yeah. They didn't write him to do well, so
No.
it really doesn't matter.
They did write him to be similar to how Brian and Roman were in Too Fast, Too Furious, because he and Roman are bickering the whole movie,
Yeah.
much like Brian and Rome.
But, like, Roman actually respects Brian.
At the end of this movie, they do respect Eastwood a little bit.
I
Bit.
guess.
He finally gets the family mentality at the end of the movie.
He is on the rooftop.
He was set up to be bad.
Yeah.
They just penciled him in.
Mm-hmm.
Generic white man.
What is his character's, like, name?
Little nobody.
Little nobody.
He doesn't officially
Oh.
get a name, but that's what they call him.
No.
Because at one point, I think Roman calls him Little Nobody, to which he says, "Don't call me that."
And then it stuck.
Yeah, Tej is like, "Oh, that's definitely what we're calling you." So, our movie actually starts in Havana, Cuba,
Random.
which this movie actually kind of impressive. This is the first movie to actually film in Cuba in like 50 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Connections.
The weird thing is, all the cars look like they're from about 50 years ago, too. Every single car you see in the Cuba scene, old-timey car. Nice-looking cars, except for Dom's cousin's car.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That car's the worst car on the island.
As he told us.
But we also have this random Toretto cousin that we've never heard of before.
They got Torettos everywhere.
They are everywhere. But a lady comes running up to Dom and Letty, who are on their honeymoon. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Oh, Dom, your cousin's in trouble. Come on, he needs your help."
Can you just go to Cuba?
I almost went to Cuba.
Really?
Yeah, but it was for a deployment.
Oh.
Okay, so different thing.
Completely different thing.
That wasn't a choice then.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't know if you can just travel to Cuba. I don't know. But there's this guy is basically made a deal with the cousin about payments on the car, and he's now repossessing the car. And
How poor is the cousin that he can't afford the payments on this piece
Well-
of shit Studebaker?
Hold on. Was he paying on the car or
Did he just have a debt with him?
I think he just
Yeah,
had
I
a
think-
debt with that guy,
yeah, I was kind of lost
Yeah.
on it.
but it
Yeah.
wasn't for the car.
Okay, but he was
That-
taking the car
Yeah.
as collateral.
Because that's the only
Collateral.
thing that the cousin actually owned.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's just like, "You don't have money? Well, what do you have?" It's like, "I got this car." It's like, "Well, it's mine now."
Yeah, and the guy who takes the car, who I need to look up. Had a familiar face. I don't think they ever said the character's name.
Nope.
They did, but I don't remember what it was.
Random thug.
Yeah. Grifter.
No, he had a name. Because I remember looking it up because I was like, this guy looks really familiar. And he's one of those actors that's done like 3 episodes of this, 4 episodes of that, 1 episode of this. He's just been in a lot of things, but not for very long.
He hustling
Character
for his
actor.
money,
I want to take
Yeah.
take a crack at his name and call him Hector.
right? Hector could have
You're gonna
definitely
name
been
him
in
Hector?
that role.
Jesus.
This movie was missing a Hector. I found him.
Oh.
Sorry, IMDb has a lot of pop-ups.
We could have had Hector.
I think it was like Relgado or something like that.
You're close. It was
Celestino.
Raldo.
Short for something?
I don't know. IMDb just has his character's name as Raldo.
Raldo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Played by a gentleman whose name I will butcher, so I will give someone else the chance to pronounce it.
Celestino Corneal.
Thank you.
I do
Or
not have
Corneal.
that phone.
It's one of those. But
Yep.
the first name is definitely Celestino.
Yes. So that who's playing the grifter here, Raldo, and Letty says something to him, and he tells her basically to shut up, and that's what gets Dom's attention. Never mind, you're taking the cousin's car, that's fine, but you just disrespected my wife, so now I got to get involved.
He's like, I can't get involved in business, but when you start fucking with my family, that's when we got a
Yeah.
problem.
Well, and that's the thing that got me about that scene. I kind of liked it because it felt very much like I can say shit to my cousin, but you're not allowed to say shit to my cousin. Because he basically was just like, dude, you made a deal, you have to own up to it. And then Raldo was like, yeah, you made a deal, you're gonna own up to it. And he was like, well, hold on.
Yeah,
I can talk to him that way, but you can't.
let me set my cousin straight. You shut up.
Yeah.
But he also has a line about, it's not the car or what's under the hood, it's the driver that makes a car good or bad.
And he's like, obviously my cousin's a shitty driver.
Yeah, because he challenges him to a race now because he disrespected Dom's lady. And the guy tells him, like, no, we're not going to race your... What the hell was Dom driving? A Buick?
I don't know, some souped up ass.
It was a nice old-fashioned... might have been an
I think it's
Impala.
Yeah.
Pretty red color. Beautiful car.
Is he renting it or is that his car?
Well, he's a multimillionaire, so it's probably his car.
Okay.
And he tells him, no. If you say it's the driver, you drive your cousin's piece of shit car. Oh, fuck. All right. What's funny is they're getting the car ready for this little race, and he's like, we're not driving a quarter mile. We're driving a Cuban mile. And they keep saying that, and I don't know what the fuck the difference is between a mile and a Cuban mile.
Is it like a metric system situation?
You get a coffee at the end.
Oh, okay.
Cuban coffee. But they're getting the car ready, and he's like, all right, anything that's going to weigh this car down, we're going to get rid of it. And he's tearing the car apart like it's from the Blues Brothers. He's just pulling the front fenders off, the hood.
Nothing strapped down to anything.
Nothing. But he says, all right, tear off the doors, get rid of the battery. If it's not the engine, we're losing it. I'm not a mechanic. This might shock some of you. But you need a battery for a car to operate. So...
And it's supposed to be where it's supposed to be.
I think we told that story on our last Fast and Furious episode. But the car shouldn't start. I don't understand. I took the battery out. That should remove the weight.
And then he's like immediately getting like a soda can pop lid thing, and it's like
He's tying it to the fuel line?
Yeah, and I'm like, what is then also like how much time do they have before this race to like dismantle the car and put it back together again?
Well, Dom just ripped the thing apart with his bare hands.
Literally, he just took it apart and put a Jimmy rigging.
Yeah, I think he called it a poor man's NOS. Mm-hmm. But then Letty pops up with, oh, this isn't NOS, it's Cuban NOS. what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Just slap Cuban on it and everything's different.
We're not family. We're Cuban family.
The cousin asked if it was laughing gas.
Yeah. What?
That's right.
And I was like,
Ooh. Just slap Cuban
is
on the
it
front of
laughing?
everything.
is it laughing gas? I don't know what's going on.
Well, I know by the end of this race I was laughing.
I predicted
Oh my gosh.
what happened to
Having
the car.
seen
Because she literally said, oh, you're making a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so the car's gonna blow up, catch on fire, and he's gonna keep racing it.
I remember this from the trailer.
Never saw the trailer.
If I remember right, there's one shot in the trailer of a bomb car.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen an ad or a commercial for a Fast and Furious movie in so goddamn long. Mm-hmm. To me, they just be coming out, and I just don't even know.
I get that.
Isn't there one coming out soon?
Yes.
Yeah, 11. Which is, well, technically, it's the 12th movie overall.
But it's called Fast X Part 2.
Yeah, why not just call it Fast 11?
Because the X really sells it.
Or they could call it F11.
Okay.
I like Fast Double X.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I just gotta unpack the fact that there are 12 movies in this franchise.
There are.
Yes.
This is
This is
number
the
8.
only one I've seen
So
in its entirety.
the one that's not an actual Fast and Furious movie is the one that I believe that comes directly after this, Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of Hobbs and Shaw. No, wait a minute. Well, no, I wouldn't know because again, I haven't seen any of the other ones in the entirety. But the way Hobbs and Shaw were interacting, I thought that Hobbs and Shaw had already happened.
No, and fun fact I learned yesterday, the end credits of this movie was supposed to have a stinger scene, which was a build-up to Hobbs and Shaw.
Did we watch the end credit scene?
No, because it was cut from the movie by Vin Diesel.
Oh.
Because this was the peak of his feud with Dwayne Johnson. So a lot of Dwayne Johnson's stuff was cut from this film, including the stinger for the setup for the next movie.
Yeah, they had
I noticed
quite
that
a
they
few
didn't have a whole lot of scenes together.
They never filmed a single scene together. Everything that was filmed between Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel was stuff that they filmed apart, and they cut it together to make it look like they were in the
Both
same
there. area. Yeah,
Are they still feuding?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it's bad.
probably.
I know Dwayne Johnson does come back in a later film, but he's not in Fast 9. But he did come back for a cameo in 10, I believe.
To be fair, this has been like Vin Diesel's film franchise. Like this is, for all intents and purposes, his franchise. And then The Rock just tried to come in and be the fucking big man in the fucking film. So it's kind of just like, bruh, you're not the lead man here.
And you could tell he was trying to be like...
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw came out 2 years after this movie. And then 2 years after that, it was Fast 9. Sorry, F9.
The naming.
The naming convention of this franchise is absolutely incredible.
I love it
It's
so much.
so stupid.
Yeah.
So real quick, we have The Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious,
The best one.
The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7,
I like that one.
The Fate of the Furious, F9, and Fast X. And I believe the next one is going to be called Fast X Part 2.
Yep.
And then we have Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Should have been Furious X.
Oh, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Fast X and Furious X. They still have time to change it. Or
They
can
do.
Like
pull
they changed
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
They can pull a Thunderbolts and change the name after the fact.
Yeah. So they have this car bomb that they're getting ready, and they have their Cuban NOS hooked up to it. Their poor man's not kill switch. With the little metal ring from a soda can, Coke placement, by the way. And the race is going all right. Dom's winning. So the Raldo, I think we said his name was.
Yes.
Was he winning?
He was winning, and then
But they seem kind of neck and neck for most of it.
but this is why Raldo cheats, right?
Right. I mean,
Or is it because they were neck and neck?
I think it's because they were neck and
Okay,
neck. Also, if you ain't cheating, you ain't
He
trying.
was ahead.
but
Aldo
it's
was ahead.
Yeah,
and then
he was
Dom-
winning like by
By a Cuban
Yeah.
mouth. Oh.
not a
by a
Cuban
Cuban
mile.
inch. By a Cuban inch, he was winning.
Definitely a Cuban inch.
But there's
Cuban
they have these people on motorcycles who are stopping traffic so they can zoom on through.
Them people being Letty and the cousin.
There were
And
two other people.
two goons that work for Raldo,
Right.
and he tells one of them to ghost Toretto, and the guy just launches his motorcycle out in front of Dom's car.
Yeah.
And I think this is where he hits the NOS because the car starts to die. The engine erupts into flame, and you can see the fire coming around the windshield. Down at the pedals, you can see it's red hot. Behind the steering column, you can see it's becoming red hot. And then the window shatters, and so Dom now has just flame hitting him in the face. If he had hair, he would have gotten out of this car looking like Walton Goggins.
Mm-hmm.
That hairline would just be way the fuck back here.
Pushed all the way back.
Oh my god.
But to avoid the fire in his face, he turns the car around in reverse, and now he's flooring it toward the finish line. And he manages to win by a cubic inch.
Because something exploded, like in the last bit. Something else blew up, and then he was trying to use it as like almost like a rocket.
Yeah, he did too.
Like turbo coming out of the back.
But then the car also, its brakes fail. So he can't stop.
Probably melted.
What'd you say, Abby?
They probably melted.
They probably. Or the damn brake lines melted.
Yeah.
But now there's a crowd of people in the street, and he's trying. He aims the car toward the ocean. He dives out, and surprising to no one, he doesn't have a scratch on him. He's a little dirty in his all white outfit.
Well,
a little dirty.
This is also where we learned that Dom might be fireproof, which comes back later in the movie.
Well,
doesn't it?
He's fucking having a parking garage land on you proof, because in the previous movie that happened and he was fine.
Yeah.
It's Dom Toretto, bro.
You're not hurting Dominic Toretto.
My man is one of the Avengers, actually.
He might be. That's what they need to bring in. Not Vin Diesel as a character. Just bring in Dominic Toretto.
If they
We're not
put
saving
fucking
the
Dom
world.
Toretto in the MCU, I wouldn't even be
We're
mad.
saving family.
I wouldn't even be mad. He should have walked out of one of those portals in Endgame.
Just him and his sledgehammer.
Yeah, him and a sledgehammer.
With his fucking Challenger. Where's Brian?
God damn.
So he wins this race, and Raldo is kind of like, oh, you won the race and you won my respect. And he goes to hand him his car keys.
His Cuban respect.
And Dom looks at the keys and he goes, you keep your car. Your respect is enough for me. And everyone's cheering and everything, and woo. And then Dom gives his car to his cousin, and all these people on the street are cheering. And I immediately said, this cousin didn't make it back to his fucking house that night. He got mugged for this fucking car. Best car on the island.
By a Cuban Mao.
I wouldn't mug his
By a
ass.
Cuban mile.
Not with his fucking super soldier cousin just lurking.
He really is a super soldier in this fucking movie.
Right.
This man went from stealing TV, DVD players and running a sandwich shop to being a super soldier in this.
Yeah.
He's one step below Idris Elba in the next movie where he's a literal cyborg.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Idris Elba's in the next one?
Yeah.
Idris Elba's the main villain of Hobbs and Shaw.
I swear to God, I'm saying this now. If you put another racing movie, it's not even a racing movie.
They're not racing movies anymore.
It's a heist movie.
Yeah.
I
They-
love a good
Family heist movie.
They just had a race.
I'm quitting
be
this
fair.
podcast.
This movie does start with a race, to be fair. This is still a racing franchise.
I'm out.
Etta, you can't quit family.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Dom and Letty are back at their apartment, and she's talking about how
She wants kids.
she
and a
brings up
family.
something about him.
Being a good dad or something.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Are you pregnant?" He's like looking at her belly. She's like, "No,
they're
not
just
pregnant."
They're just talking about, like, have you ever thought about having kids? Like, the way you handled yourself today, like, you were very... I mean,
Fatherly?
he did have, like, dad energy.
Some
Like, the
reminded her
whole teaching a life lesson.
The father and son with the boat engine in their
Oh,
car.
yes. There's one guy before the cousin thing pops up. He mentions it's his grandfather's car.
Yeah, the way that they were acting together, she was kind of thinking about it.
Yeah, she says he'd be a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the guy's like, I put a boat engine in my grandfather's car to keep it running. Just anything I can do. Yeah, that's what it was.
The Cuban spirit.
Oh, yeah, they did call it the Cuban
The
spirit.
direct quote.
So do you want a Cuban baby now?
At the rate they're going.
Let's take a Cuban nap, and then we'll talk about it in the Cuban morning.
But anyway, she says, like, it's not up for us to decide. Or something like that.
What is it, fate? Is she just like, I'm just going to stop taking my birth control and whatever happens, happens?
Right.
This whole movie is about fate. Because in the very next scene, we get a character who talks about fate.
Yep. But she said it was like, it's not about what I want, because he's like, is that what you want?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, it's not about what I want or what you want. It's about why we haven't asked the question yet.
Which is a question they definitely should have asked, like, 7 movies ago.
Well, and that's when I started Googling, because again, I've seen none of these. So I was like, how long have they been married? And that's when I found out, I was like, oh, this is their honeymoon.
Well, she was dead for a little bit.
So
I remember that from the last episode of this podcast. Like, the only thing I know about the previous movie came from this podcast.
So
thanks for listening.
So the order of the movies is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3, then 7. So yes. So in
No.
Yes. So in the 4th film, Letty dies. Listener, I'm doing air quotes, and it's a revenge story. Dom's trying to find out who murdered her. In 5 is where we are introduced to Dwayne Johnson. That movie is an on-the-run heist movie. And at the very end of it, they tease that Letty was spotted in Germany like 2 weeks before. They have a photograph of her. And she comes back in 6 with amnesia, working for one of the Shaw brothers, whose name I can't remember. The one played by Luke Evans.
Owen Shaw.
Owen Shaw.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But Owen Shaw is also working for the villain of this movie.
Miss Charlize
Who we're
Theron,
about to meet.
Yes.
who plays Cypher with her white people dreadlocks.
Oh my god.
That wig was so bad.
It was rough.
That wig was so bad.
Erica was like, I can see the edges of that wig.
I
Wait. Well,
cannot.
I'm going to tell you right now, her hair in this movie looks a whole lot better than it does in the next time we see her. She looks like a dick. She's got a bowl cut. It's real bad.
Oh.
Hold on. I'll find a picture of it. Put it in the chat.
Why do they always give like hackers a bowl cut?
I don't know. It's real bad though. But we actually get the Baby Shaw in part 6, and then in 7, which takes place right after 3. So Han dies in the 3rd film, which come to find out was set up by Jason Statham's character as revenge for what happened to his brother in the 6th film. So 3 takes place. Yeah. So 3 takes place right after. Sorry, 7 takes place right after 3 ends.
You see Jason Statham killing Han in 7.
At the post-credit scene of 6, it's him killing Han.
Yeah.
And they just put that scene right back into the 7th movie. It's very confusing, weird, convoluted timeline.
There's a lot of retcons.
So many.
There's a lot of retcons as they move along, because I don't think they thought that this series was going to be running as long as it is.
No.
As it shouldn't be.
No, they should have stopped with 7.
Because once they made that decision, hey, these are going to be action movies, they just started cranking these motherfuckers out.
Yeah. So I just put a picture of Charlize Theron from the next movie in the group chat. If you guys want to take a look at that.
Oh, if I had my phone. I
Oh,
would
that
do
is a bad haircut. That's worse.
Yeah, it's
That's
bad.
so much worse.
Oh no!
The hair's not even the same color.
She looks like a dick.
It's so bad.
I'm not gonna. I like this more than the white
Motherfucker,
people dreads.
I thought that was Justin Bieber.
I respect that opinion, but dear God.
Yeah, it's bad. So we meet her right here the next morning after the dad conversation. Dom is walking around Cuba, and he passes a woman with a red Jeep having car trouble. And Dom, being the good guy that he is, has to stop and help this citizen in need. He's like, oh, what brings you to Cuba? She's like, oh, I'm here for work. And she says something about, how's the honeymoon going, Dom? And he says, I don't like to play games. He's like, I don't know you.
You know me. I'm just gonna get on my Cuban way.
Yeah, but she's like, this conversation's going to happen one way or another.
The thing that kills me is at no point during this conversation did he seem concerned about where his fucking wife was. Because the second a stranger on the street addresses me with my name, especially with all of the shit that he's been in,
Mm-hmm.
And what
my
she
first thought
knows.
would be, where's my wife?
I mean, he already knew he was in the shit. As soon as she said, "How's the honeymoon?" He's like, "Well, I'm in the shit now."
I don't know. I think he just knows Letty can handle herself. So
Which she can.
right.
Yeah.
So
She got that
Yeah.
special training from Owen Shaw, become a badass in the previous 2 films.
I don't know.
But I did like the as soon as she asked them how's the honeymoon going, he's like, seems like your ignition coil is missing, and she's like, yeah, and she pulls it out of her pocket. She planned all of this. She made sure that his favorite shop, his coffee shop, was closed down, so he had to take a specific route. She knew his order. She had planned this meticulously to get him to this one spot for a while.
But it was fate that brought them together.
Yes.
Not her planning all
No,
this out.
her
It
planning was fate.
Fate. That's not how fate works.
What was her follow-up plan? What if he was like just so distracted by the pussy he was about to get? Like,
Wait,
what?
was he about to get some?
It's his honeymoon, presumably.
He got some last night.
He's
getting
got to
some more
fuel
today.
with his coffee, and he got to go back around. And...
Yeah.
You couldn't see in that bag he had some bananas for some potassium, so no one's getting any cramps.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Cuban bananas. Sorry.
Exactly.
For the Cuban sex.
Exactly.
Hot
On the
damn.
Cuban honeymoon.
Yeah.
So she's like, "No, you're gonna want to hear this," and she hands him a phone, and he starts watching the screen of the phone, but we as the viewer don't get to see what that is just yet. And she goes, "You're gonna work for me, Dom, one way or another." And she goes, "Hold on to that phone," and she gets in her car and drives away.
It's a nice car. I like it. I kind of want one.
Yeah, it's
It's like a Ford Bronco, but not.
I was gonna say kind of like a almost like one of those Jeeps you see on Safari, but just painted bright red. But she also tells him your team is about to go up against the one thing that they can't handle, and he says, "What's that?" And she just goes, "You." Charlize Theron does a weird thing with her character in this movie. For most of her dialogue, she whisper talks. She talks very softly, like, "Yeah, Dom, you can pull that trigger. It's okay. But just so you know, you're being some shit." Just the whole movie.
She's just gentle parenting this man the entire time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very much so.
She has like one facial expression for 90% of the movie.
Bored.
That works though, because Dom usually has one facial expression for every movie.
Mm-hmm.
That is fair. That is fair.
But they actually told
The
him to
two
make.
of them together was like watching two standees act next to each other. Just the cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
They had to compete, too.
They actually had
Monotone.
they had to tell Dom
Which is-
to make more facial expressions later on in their conversations. 'Cause
It's
it
why he
just wasn't-
starts randomly yelling, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, because they were just like,
Emote. Vin, emote.
mm,
We know that's hard for you.
It's crazy to me because like Charlize Theron is a really good actress.
That's what I said. I was like, she has an Oscar, right? And Adam was like, yeah. And I was like, she's in this?
We have 2 Oscar winners in this movie.
like
One, sadly, is
just-
barely in it.
it just felt very, very flat for me. Like I know she was doing a character. I don't know if it's the way she was directed or the choice that she made. Because, I mean, every actor is going to make bad choices every once in a while. But, yeah, this one was that she was just flat the whole time.
I feel like it was how she was directed, because this is a huge ensemble cast, and if they're giving everybody some spotlight, then it's probably going to be too much.
I also think it was kind of plays into her character thinking she's always in control.
Mm-hmm.
She's always cocky, so she never needs to overreact.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I have all the cards here. You're going to do what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we get this scene of her blackmailing Dom with something that we as the viewer haven't seen just yet. And then we go to seeing Lucas Hobbs, Dwayne Johnson's character.
I hate The Rock in this movie.
What movies do
Really?
you like The Rock in?
Jumanji, but I don't like The Rock actually in that. He's just, I have to put up with him there.
He's just there.
So you don't like The Rock and Jumanji. You just like Jumanji.
Yeah.
So that didn't answer Jeremy's question.
So
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I like The Rock, guys.
I once heard that.
Moana.
He's not really in
He's not
Moana,
there,
though. His voice is in Moana, but he's not in Moana.
What can I say? You're welcome.
Yeah, but like I actually heard that The Rock just gets inserted into a lot of franchises and then tries to take them over, but it doesn't work out. Kind of like DC.
Yeah.
He tried to insert himself into that and take. Yeah.
His DC movie was terrible. I watched Black Adam and I was crying laughing the whole time.
Oh, God.
Nothing about that movie's good.
Like he was gonna like Black Adam was just gonna become this huge character in the DC franchise, but
I like Lucas Hobbs more than I like Black Adam. Black Adam is a dull character.
yeah.
What's really funny to me, have y'all ever seen the movie Doom?
Yes.
I think so.
2004,
No.
Carl Urban.
His acting in Doom is the same as his acting in this. Like when I saw the way he delivers some of these lines, I'm like, this is Doom all over again.
I will say his acting is worse in Doom. Now it's not good in this movie, but he delivers a line in Doom where they're like, "It was this kid's first mission," and Dwayne Johnson goes, "And it's not going to be my last." It's real
Oh
bad.
my god. There's a moment in Doom where he goes, "What the fuck is this?" And he gestures, and when he gestures in the background, you can just see him like flex his thumb. Like, and it's so weird the way it happens, and the camera didn't zoom in on it, but it's obvious enough. I don't know why, but that has stuck with me because I saw Doom in college.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna mention
it
that
was
movie.
touted as being this great movie by some of my guy friends. So I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense because it is very much a dude movie. But
It's a video game movie that's barely based off the video game.
The Rundown is like the only.
Oh,
That's the only one I like him in.
I like that movie. Yeah.
I don't know this movie.
It's one of his early films.
It's 2003.
Yeah, him and Sean William Scott, Rosario Dawson, Christopher Walken's the main
You've never
villain.
seen The Rundown?
No.
It's
you
pretty
need
good.
to watch it.
Okay.
I will say some of his best acting is Gridiron Gang.
I hadn't seen that one.
He's
I've heard good things about that.
It's not bad. He's a corrections officer, like for young children, and to get them to improve their, attitudes and everything, he creates a football team, and he coaches it.
The Longest Yard?
No.
Oh, I was like, is that not the plot of The Longest Yard?
Dwayne Johnson's dealing with children.
Oh, okay.
Longest Yard is a little different. It is about prison and a football team, but not the same.
Gotcha.
But no, he does some generally good acting in Gridiron Gang.
I think The Rundown is where it kind of began, where he started becoming that character that he is in practically every movie. So it's maybe it's like toned down, or maybe it's like the first time it happens. So it hasn't happened so many times that you're just like, okay, I'm tired of seeing the same fucking character in every
But I
goddamn
also
movie.
think like what's his name? Chris Walken?
Christopher Walken?
Yeah.
I think their characters did well together, though. But yeah, I think you're right. It's just early, and he was still developing what he wanted to be, which turned into just macho man,
Yeah.
which just gets old after a while.
Very much so. And I think that was a big complaint I had with the previous episode we did for Fast and
He
Furious.
wasn't like, I'm the big guy in charge.
Right.
But then, like, also bringing it back to this movie with this next scene, I hate the portrayal of this girl dad. Like, he is girl dad. It's not that I hate girl dads, because I have a girl dad, but like,
This is a comical
yeah,
interpretation
it's like
of a girl
you are
dad.
trying too hard to be a girl dad,
Right.
Like
Yes.
you're being the stereotype of a girl dad, and I hate that.
Yes, that's what it exactly.
Yeah.
He's a stereotype, which is a thing I did not need in this character.
No.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked that it was like the one thing I didn't like was him saying Tay Tay, because that made my eye twitch in a way that usually is only accomplished by my 5th grade students. But the like, I don't know, there was something endearing about it that was so different from how he is in the rest of the movie that I didn't mind it.
He's played girl dad
and that
character before,
Haka
right?
scene.
His daughter
He
was
has.
introduced in the previous film, and he's definitely like a daddish character in the Tooth Fairy,
That's the one.
because I believe he has a daughter in that as well.
Correct.
Yeah, maybe
think he brings
adopted.
The game plan.
Game Plan?
He has a,
Is that another one?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not familiar with that
the
one.
one where he's a professional football player who finds out he has a 8-year-old daughter.
Oh,
It's supposed to soften his character, but
I think it's just a trope I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
like big, strong guy, tiny little girl.
it's supposed to soften the character.
I don't mind it, but I think, like you said, this is a stereotype of a girl dad.
Yeah.
Like him being, that's fine. Has a kid, loves his kid, great. But this is a little over the top. Like Abby said, the Tay-Tay line was dumb.
The fact that it came up multiple times in this short little scene, I'm like, why?
Right.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Concerts.
Oh, this is the one where he's like giving the pep talk, and you're like, I swear to God, if this is like the
I thought it was Girl
Scouts.
Scouts. That's what he was giving the pep talk, and I was like, I swear to God, if he's pep talking Girl Scouts right now, I might have to turn the movie off because I had already called the.
And I was like,
the car
I'm ready.
And there was wasn't there another scene that I had called? And I was like, I swear, if he's talking to Girl Scouts right now, I don't know if I can do this because it's too predictable.
It was very predictable.
It was obvious he wasn't talking to grown adults.
Yeah.
But
When the coordinates came up, I looked up where the coordinates were because I was like, ooh. Because again, like you said, it was very obvious he was not talking to grown adults. So I was like, where did those coordinates go? It's the parking lot outside of Universal Studios.
California.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, those coordinates took you to a parking lot.
A theme park. Even though they're very clearly just in a park playing soccer. Also, he keeps saying the names of the teams, the Red Dragons and the Pink Butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
On top of the...
Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. But this is where they have the worst spot for a secret government conversation.
Literally.
So loud in the open with a crowd of people who are staring at this man.
Yeah, the moms are drooling over Dwayne Johnson. But this agent comes up and he's like, hey, look, your intel was right. This big secret EMP, it was stolen. We have its location here. We need you to get it back. This is a WMD if we ever saw one. And he goes, look, I need to focus on this soccer team because if they lose, we're out of the championship and I got to deal with 20 crying little girls. And if you don't help me cheer for them, I'm going to kick you in the tay-tay. And the guy's like, Go Red Dragon. whoa, yeah.
He probably thought to himself, bro, I will shoot you. But anyway.
They could have cut this whole scene out.
Yeah,
this movie's already too
literally.
long. This movie's way too long. It's over 2 hours.
I feel like no
So
Fast and
long.
Furious movie should be longer than an hour 40.
Why 40? That's so arbitrary. Why
Well,
not an hour and a half?
just in case you gotta
It's
like
100 minutes.
you
100
gotta like
minutes.
wrap
In and
it up a little bit. I can give you an extra 10 minutes.
They gotta
Right.
figure out who they're killing to bring back next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the stinger scene, you know, like
Could you imagine how many movies would be in this franchise if they had to limit themselves to an hour 45?
oh my god.
I actually heard that Fast X was supposed to be a 3-parter
No.
if the first movie did well enough. If the first Fast X did well enough.
It was
But-
originally going to end with a trilogy, and now it's just ending with a duology.
Yep.
This franchise is not going to end.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be like Jason Bourne when Matt Damon was like, I'm out. And then he's like, you know what?
One more.
I'm back.
Another action heist thing. There's plenty of them. They didn't have to switch it from racing anyway.
If they had stuck to racing, I don't think they would have made it to
No.
X2.
Which is perfectly fine.
X2 Vin Diesel's Revenge.
Oh my god.
Better naming scheme already. Hire us. Give us a check. We got
Universal,
you.
you hear that?
Yep.
We can help you improve that ride you got down there at Universal
Oh
too.
my god. I don't know if we talked about this in the last movie, but we rode that ride a couple years ago and it's so bad. When it was over, there's like this long pause where you're just kind of like sitting and both of us like looked at each other and then we laughed for like 5 minutes.
We were laughing so hard at how bad this fucking ride was. We were literally in tears.
It was so bad.
It is an absolutely atrocious ride. And the funniest part is it brings like 7 or 8 actual cast members from the movies into the ride. Like when you're in the queue for the ride, you have Jordana Brewster and you have Ludacris. And before you get on the ride, there's a big like pre-show thing playing that explains the setup.
Yeah.
You have Tyrese, you have Vin Diesel, you have Michelle Rodriguez, you have Dwayne Johnson, you have fucking Luke Evans. All of these people are in the pre-show for this ride, and it's so fucking terrible.
So bad.
It's like you're on a party bus and you're trying to escape from this convoy.
Because you're just trying to get to a party, to party with the Fast and Furious people.
There's something about some witness too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fucking bad. But what makes it worse is the acting. It's atrocious. I recommend it just because it's so funny. Sorry, Abby?
Is it a roller coaster?
No.
You're just literally on a bus just moving across some screens.
Yeah, the bus you're in never actually moves. They have like wind blowing on you. They have this big screen that engulfs the entire front and sides of the bus, and it
so
moves a
kinda
little bit.
Kind of like Star Tours?
Kinda.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Why would you not make the car movie a roller coaster?
Right? Right?
What?
I don't know.
Too dangerous.
Etta?
Too fast. Not furious enough.
Oh, I was furious when I got off, but I was too funny to. Woo! Too bad, too comical.
None of the fast, all of the furious.
So Hobbs agrees to do this mission, and the government agent guy tells him like, look, this has got to be top secret. It's off the books. If you get caught, you're on your own. We'll be disavowed.
Saying all of this in front of the Rock's fan club.
All these people can hear them.
And the children.
And the children.
But it's another thing we didn't need in this movie. This whole soccer scene could have been removed, and it just could have just been a meeting with Hobbs at the office with this government agent. Cut out some of this runtime.
Or maybe even came to his house where his daughter was, so they can keep the daughter
Yes.
softening him.
Yes.
That too.
It could have been just having...
Because the daughter's not a character in these movies,
No.
but
She's a prop.
she's a prop. I like the idea of him being a father and caring about his kid more than the job, but too much.
Family. They had to put more family
I get
in
that.
it.
I get that they did it to explain why he makes the choice he does at the end, but it could have been done with a picture on the desk.
It could have.
Right.
It could have. Absolutely.
Because, like we said, she's a prop.
Or it could have
It
been
literally
like...
could have been.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just saying it literally could have been him looking at a picture on his desk at the office and saying, he has to go to work. Him referring to himself as daddy, I hated.
Yeah, that's bad.
Like parents, parents with small children will do that. Like,
His kid's easily
but-
13.
Yeah, she's too old for him to still be referring to himself as daddy.
Right. So...
Easy there. Contain that.
So he agrees to his job, and he's like, I got to call my team.
His team.
His team being Team Toretto.
I don't think Vin Diesel liked that very much.
Oh, probably not.
No.
Like I said at the beginning, he did cut a lot of Johnson's scenes out of this film because they were being childish and petty. But he calls Dom. And he's like, hey, brother, I got a job in Berlin. Need the team. To which Dom is like, all right, I got you. Call him. We'll be there. And it shows a close-up of his necklace, his cross necklace, which is something that became really big at the end of 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, not 3, in 4. Because Letty, he leaves it for Letty. And then she dies. They find it at her crash site, and then it becomes an actual thing through the rest of the films. So we get a big close-up on that.
And this is also the last time I think we see Vin Diesel in white.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
You're right.
okay.
The rest of the movie, he's wearing black. Until the very end, yep.
Because I remember specifically
love
ever
stuff like
since when him and Letty got married in that white.
Oh,
That white
God.
tank
He had that white wife beater on.
Ugh.
And I was like, oh, well, I I guess he does love a good white tank top.
Well, you'll notice in this movie that Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson both rarely wear sleeves.
Yeah, they were having
You gotta show off the guns.
they were having a contest. The
Oh
whole
yeah,
time.
who can wear the skinnier tank top? So it immediately cuts to Berlin, where our team is.
Mid heist.
Yeah, Berlin is on fire.
Yeah, they're destroying this base. Explosions everywhere. And then someone has the line of, Roman, how much of the explosives did you use? And he says he used all of them. And everyone is like, really? You used all of it? So I don't remember who exactly these German people are, if they're actually German bad guys or if they're just German military and police that they're robbing. But the team is stealing this gigantic EMP, and they have a wrecking ball rigged to drop at a certain stretch of road, and the team splits in half so the ball can go between them, and it just takes out all of these cars.
I did like that scene.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie.
All those people are dead.
Oh yeah, for sure.
People are
No,
fuck-
they're
they could have
done.
been good guys, just trying to stop this heist. All of them are dead.
Yep.
All their mothers are getting flowers.
Oh.
I think I said when that wrecking ball came through and mollywopped everybody, I think I turned to Ed and was like, "These are the good guys."
The good guys just sent that wrecking ball.
Yeah,
down
they
through
just
there.
killed all those people with a wrecking ball.
And Tej put a smiley face on it. Because Roman says something like, "I hate you, Tej."
Yeah.
But we see it's the whole team minus Brian and Mia, who they mention once in the movie.
Yeah.
But we have Dom and
Ramsey.
Ramsey. Ramsey is in
Tej's
Tej's car. Roman, Letty, and Hobbs. And Hobbs is always in his big Jeep.
Well, because as you pointed out earlier, The Rock can't fit in these tiny ass cars.
I did say that last night.
Oh, they should have though. That
'Cause-
would have been hilarious.
Because at the end of the movie, when he's got another big vehicle, I was like, that's probably why he's in those big
Stick
vehicles.
him in a Beetle.
Stick him in a Miata. But his whole upper half would be out the window.
I was telling Adam a story about how my HR manager, she's 4'9", right?
Right.
Her husband's 6'3", right? And so he bought her a Miata for her birthday recently. And watching him get in and out of this car every day is the funniest thing in the entire world.
Listener, if you don't know, a Miata is a small 2-seater car that
It's super low to the ground.
I don't think I would be able to fit in because I'm too fat, and I think Jeremy's too tall.
Damn.
They are tiny cars.
And you said 6'3"? So he used to like unfold himself.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
And he's also, like, not slim either.
Right.
Like, and he's old.
This decrepit,
So it
tall
just-
man
just takes
climbing
him
in his
longer
Miata.
to get out. He just
He's, like, knocking on 60. It is just so funny.
So giant Vin Diesel and these giant Dwayne Johnson, I apologize. And they split up. They say, all right, we're going to rendezvous back at the hideout. Everyone divide. And
This is where Letty notices that Dom's off.
yes, yes.
Because they're like riding side by side and she's like, "Are you good?" And he's like, "I'll see you when it's done."
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's ominous.
He was right, though. He does see her when it's done.
Yeah.
And,
She knows something's up.
oh, of course.
She knows her man. I'll give her
she's
that.
like, Dom, you're not wearing your usual white wife beater. What's wrong? You're wearing a black long sleeve shirt.
Dark Dommy now.
Dark Dommy.
No, please don't say that ever again.
It's too late. It's in here.
Yep.
It's there.
You gotta hear it.
Forever.
You gotta hear it at least one more time now.
Just like family, it comes back around.
So, Dom is riding beside Hobbs, and Hobbs says, beers are on me when we get back to the base, brother.
The Coronas.
Gotta be Coronas. And Dom looks at Hobbs, and then he just sideswipes him and sends him into a light pole and one of those, looks like a generator. Hobbs wasn't wearing a seatbelt because he's sitting against the roof of the car while it's on its side. And Dom just comes over and jacks this EMP, and Hobbs is telling him, like, Toretto, there's still time for you to not do this. We can still work this out. And Dom doesn't say a word. He just throws the EMP in his car and he drives away. And Hobbs gets got by the German police.
Interpol.
Yeah, and he calls the team to let them know that Dom betrayed them. He's burned. Go save yourselves.
And the team's like, no, Dom wouldn't do that. He's like, look, I've seen the look in his eye. I know when a man betrays you.
Yeah, I also know when
rogue.
he flipped my vehicle. He does describe him as going rogue. Dark rogue Dommy.
Rogue Nation.
Yeah, his exact lines were, Dominic Toretto just went rogue. Like, it's so dramatic.
He's always been a rogue.
Right.
Watch these films.
So dramatic.
But then he drives to the airport and he gets on an airplane.
No, he drives into an airplane.
Yeah. He does
His
drive
car
that
is
car just right up into a
200
plane.
miles per hour into the plane, and somehow manages to stop his car. And the plane was moving, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
The best
Yeah.
brakes
Because
in
it
the
took off
world.
real quick.
They're ready to go.
He's a good driver.
So the team regroups and they're like, what the fuck happened? Oh my God.
Letty's
Dom wouldn't do this.
Letty's going through the thing, reminiscing
Glove
about
box.
Dom.
Glove
yeah.
box. There's pictures in there.
And she's like, I just don't understand. And Raves is like, look, I know I haven't been here long, but maybe he did go bad. And everyone's like, how dare you?
Yeah, Letty has a line. Remember, before you judge the man, just keep in mind that you're alive because of him. It's like, doesn't mean he couldn't have still gone
Still
rogue.
doesn't mean he couldn't have gone bad.
I think then we see Hobbs going to jail. And
Yep.
this is where we get the return of Kurt Russell as Mr. Nobody.
Who I like in this. I'm glad he came back.
Yeah, I like it. I like him. He's a ridiculous black ops government agent who doesn't have any kind of seriousness for anything they're doing. He's very laid back.
Very.
He's like, what happens, happens.
Yeah, I've got immunity. No one knows I exist.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And his new assistant, protege, even the guy we talked about earlier, Mr. Scott Eastwood, playing
Little nobody.
Little Nobody. And they're trying to get Hobbs out. Basically, they're saying, like, look, we'll get you totally immune from all of this, all charges dropped, no time served. You'll be good to go. And he goes, what's the catch? Like, you just have to admit you did it. And he's like, I'm not a criminal. I'm not doing all that. They have him in full shackles. Wrists, ankles, the chain in between. And Little Nobody has the brilliant idea to mention his daughter. He said, if you're not going to do it for your country, you might as well do it for your kid. And Kurt Russell's character has a great response of, oh, you shouldn't have done that. And Hobbs breaks these restraints, which is always great in a movie where you have a character with unnatural strength.
Need I remind you, this man had broken his arm in like 18 different spots.
Broke the cast off.
Full cast and just flexed so hard, the cast broke.
Daddy's got to go to work. Right now, Daddy's got to go to jail. But he
Was
picked
that in the other movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
in
okay.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, near the end of 7. He's laid up in a hospital for most of that film because of Jason Statham.
Right.
He hits him with a grenade.
And they fall out of a 4-story window onto a car.
Yeah, a la The Dark Knight.
Uh-huh.
And they reference that in this film in a minute. But he picks him up and slams Little Nobody against the wall.
Sideways.
Yeah. And all these guards are like closing in. They draw their guns. And Kurt Russell's like, whoa, calm down. He's like, Luke, come on. The kid's new. Put him down. He didn't mean it. Easy.
Drop it.
Bad, Hobbs. Bad.
Put it down now.
Drop it. And he's like, look, the kid doesn't know what he's doing yet. He doesn't even know the rules. He didn't mean it. Hobbs like, look, I'm going to get out of this on my own, the way I always have. I'm innocent. And he's like, good day, sir. And then he and Nobody hug. Like, man, good to see you.
It's like, I'll see you later. Dinner on Thursday?
Yeah. And I think this is where they bring him in, and he's locked up in a cell right across from Deckard Shaw, Jason Statham's character.
Do you think they did that on purpose, or do you think that just conveniently happened to be the only?
I think it was on purpose
It
to
was
get
on
two of our
purpose.
screen actors face to face. And they start bickering back and forth here. It's like, look, I would beat your ass any day of the week. And Dwayne Johnson has a line of, I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
He really did say that.
Yeah.
They gave him so many one-liners.
Oh, yeah.
Like earlier, he had the line that it was like, aside from your doctor's cold finger or something, like, this is going to be really uncomfortable, or all of this is going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, something
Just,
like that.
He had a bunch of just corny ass one-liners.
He calls at the end of the movie, after the car falls into the ice, he calls Tyrese Shrinkage. He's like, all right, Shrinkage, get in the car.
Yeah. Oh, well, to be fair, he was talking about his dick being smaller.
Well, of course.
Because of the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another
So
one
there was a
liner.
reason for that.
Like, I feel like the one-liners stem from, like, his wrestling days, because, like, that is something that happens. Like, you're given, like, clips after clips after clips when you're wrestling.
I believe it. Also, this is just a huckleberry ass motherfucker. This character loves the phrase "some bitch." He says that probably twice in this movie.
I really wish he would just put on a country accent. I think it'd just be so much funnier.
He kept reminding me
would
of
be.
Steve Austin every time he said some bitch.
Yes.
He made me think of Bernie Mac, because I think Bernie Mac's thing was "some a bitch."
Some of my bitch.
Some a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have been good in this franchise.
Well, they also oh gosh, yes, Bernie would have been fun. R.I.P. But he has Statham says to him about, you're not getting out of here unless you can dig through 38 feet of concrete. He says, or so I've been told. And he goes, better get to digging. And that's the same line that Dwayne Johnson used on him at the end of the previous film when they locked him up.
Yeah.
So I believe then we move to Cypher's plane, where we meet one of my favorite additions to this movie, a man named Connor Rhodes, who is played by Christopher Highview.
That sounds right.
Yeah, from Game of Thrones
Yes.
and The Witcher.
And Ramsay's in Game of Thrones too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Reunited.
Was he not
and
in
it
Cocaine
feels so
Bear?
good. Oh, he was in previous episode Cocaine Bear.
Nice.
He was really funny in that. For the
was
little bit of
so
screen time he
funny.
had, he was funny.
He didn't have a lot
He
of
is a
screen time in
good
this one either.
actor.
He didn't. He is a good actor. I liked him in Cocaine Bear. I liked him in this.
I wish he would have joined the family. He could have been the token white boy.
I would like to see him play a good guy. A lot of times I see him in stuff, he's a villain.
He was
Honestly?
good Game of Thrones.
He was good in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Introduced as a villain, came to be a good guy.
Exactly.
If they had wanted to do something different with this movie, Rhodes should have been doing everything that Dom was doing.
Yes.
And Dom should have just been helping his team, and they should have just had the hostages without Dom actually being there.
I like that. When we get to the hostages, Eric and I have a theory on who the hostages should have been. Because who they are works in a way, but who they should have been would have worked way better for this and future films. Which I think we're actually about to meet the hostages in a few minutes.
Yes, yes.
That would have been good though, and then he could have been working, like, still been with the team,
He could have been.
but
with
he
his
would have been
team.
the intel for like Cypher, and could have been just,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't have
It would have
known.
been like, why do we
Yeah.
keep getting sabotaged?
Right, exactly.
It's Dom.
It's Dom.
and they
the
would
whole
have never
time.
thought it would have been Dom.
Mhm.
Like that
Yep.
would have been a much better.
And that would have
build
actually
up.
given Rhodes the screen time he should have had instead of him just being there,
Being
standing
there.
there, doing fucking nothing.
Glaring, holding a gun,
Yeah.
being hot.
They underused him. Because the man can act. The
They
man's a
underused-
good actor.
Yeah, they underused Cypher as well. It was just like they,
Yes.
they were just there.
Mhm.
Damn, what did Abby say earlier? Fucking cardboard cutouts or whatever. Just
Yes.
Standees.
Yeah.
standees.
Yeah, it was like
Yep.
two standees acting next to each other.
There were a lot of standees in this movie.
Yeah.
Very, very accurate descriptions.
I mean, and that's the thing that kills me is like you almost have the two extremes, right? You've got Vin Diesel and Charlize Theron who are giving us nothing, and then you've got The Rock who is giving us too much.
He's a cartoon character.
Yeah, and again, he's a good actor. At least in my book, he's done good movies. So like,
Dwayne
I
Johnson?
have seen him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
maybe an unpopular opinion. I'll take that, but
He has
Like,
given some good performances. I won't argue that.
exactly. So you know the capability is there. I mean, I'm look. We saw better acting out of Dwayne Johnson in The Scorpion King.
Yeah.
God damn.
That scene where they break their swords
Well-
and they stand there looking at each other confused because it wasn't really supposed to happen. It was a complete accident.
Uh-huh.
And then they just improvised and kept on fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Even and he showed variety in his emotions. Like I'm just saying that there are so many people in this movie that we know can act. What happened here?
I think they have too much going on, too many people. No one's giving real time to show what they're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
We just have too much
Yeah.
going on.
Yep.
We are
'Cause
now
there's
a
been-
full-on ensemble cast film series. Every movie needs more and more and more and more, which is
Right.
just bloating it to the point where the only thing we really focus on is fucking Vin Diesel.
Because I feel like in
Yeah.
7 we had so much going on, but like it still didn't feel
Bloated.
like this one did.
I don't know. I think it was a little bloated.
A little bit. But I did
Even-
like 7 more than this.
Yes.
Even Marvel movies that have like the later Avengers and had these big ensemble cast. Those guys still showed range in their acting. Like they showed variety, they showed depth of emotion. I'm not saying it was like Oscar level acting, but
But also a lot
It
of
was
those
still better
have
than this.
Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
so you can
Many of them do, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
too many characters.
you can
Yeah, too many characters.
accomplish ensemble cast movies with good acting, and it just wasn't here.
No, like Jeremy just said, there's too many characters. They're
Yeah.
trying to juggle too many plates.
And they didn't split them up enough.
No. So we've met Rhodes, who is Cypher's right-hand man on the plane. Then we go back to the jail where where Dwayne Johnson has now removed the sleeves of his prison jumpsuit.
Well, we haven't met the hostages yet?
Uh-uh,
Oh, okay.
not yet.
And he's punching the wall.
Yeah, he's punching the shit out of the wall. And I believe this is where he has the beat your ass like a Cherokee drum line. Because
Yeah.
he and Shaw are going back and forth because their cells are right across from one another. He rips the stone desk off the wall and he starts doing curls with it.
Which is weird because I'm like, why not just move away from the door? Like, you don't have to entertain Jason Statham.
He had to.
He's got to try to intimidate the man.
He had nothing else to do.
He really didn't.
I thought that Jason Statham, that Shaw was trying to goad him into breaking the door. Like,
Oh.
that's what I thought this scene was. And the
Okay.
way it went was frankly a little disappointing, but that's what I thought he was doing. I thought he was just trying to get him to just hammer fist punch the door and shatter the glass.
Well, as strong as we see this man is, he probably could have.
I thought he was gonna take the darn concrete thing and throw it into the door.
Right?
Maybe in a few more minutes. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, this scene that's about to happen is probably one of my favorites in the movie.
It was funny.
It was
It was good.
funny. It was ridiculous. It was so over the top. But
The
basically,
fight choreography was on lock. I mean, it was really tight.
Yep.
it was pretty good. It wasn't choppy like a Jason Bourne movie, but it was decent and ridiculous, equally ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they have the line of, if we were face to face out of these cells, I would beat your ass. And suddenly Hobbs's door opens. And he looks at the camera and he goes, "No, Mr. Nobody, I'm not leaving. I've told you I'm doing this my way. I will prove I am innocent." And guards rush up and they're blocking his door. And he's not even trying to leave.
He's in the room
He
and they're
did not-
like, get back in there. He's like,
Did not step out of his cell.
I'm here.
And they have these taser batons. And one of them gets too close to Shaw's cell. Shaw grabs him through the door, and he uses the taser baton to hit the electrical lock on his own door, which opens every fucking door in this wing of the prison, which is such a bad design flaw.
Literally.
Statham is now trying to run out, and now Hobbs is like, all right, there's a criminal trying to leave. I need to stop him.
See, and it's like, sir, you are not a cop right now. Stay in the cell.
Yeah, you are criminal. So stay criminal in cell. But they're chasing each other through this now prison riot, and there's some dude comes up to Hobbs and he's
With
like,
a knife.
yeah, I've been waiting a long time for this. And he goes to stab him. Hobbs does a maneuver where he just puts the knife in the guy's own chest. And one of my favorite lines, keep waiting, bitch.
And then just shoves him away.
After puncturing his fucking lung. Then he starts getting hit with rubber bullets, to which they just bounce off of him, and he's mildly annoyed.
I do like that line when he gets hit with the rubber bullets. He grabs the gun. He's like, rubber bullets? Big mistake. And just throws it away.
He just beats that guy with the shotgun.
Mans is just Hulk.
Yes. And Statham is just running through. He only is kind of beating the asses of anyone who gets in his way.
Parkour.
Yeah.
The whole way.
And Johnson is the one who's running into every single fucking obstacle he can.
Well, to be fair, he's the size of a tank, so he can't really.
Literally.
He's not as agile as Jason Statham.
That's totally fair. They do manage to make it out the front door, to which there's a group of guards and Mr. Nobody, who looks at his watch and he's like, well, that took longer than I thought it would. This man gets what he wants. He's like, I want you to work for me. You're going to work for me. But I'm not going to threaten anybody.
Slid out. That was hilarious. The way they like collided and then slid out and then jumped up ready to beat the shit out of each other.
Right.
Yes. He's like, all right, let's go.
Oh, you're both here. Perfect. They take Hobbs and Shaw to Mr. Nobody's new base of operations, which they call Nowhere.
Marvel.
Yeah. Which Kurt Russell played Ego in Guardians 2, where a big thing of that was Nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
The giant alien skull floating in space. They have the whole team there now, but they're all in handcuffs. And Mr. Nobody's like, "What is this? This isn't how we treat our guests."
These friends, fish not friends, fish food. Wait,
No. Racers aren't food. They're friends.
Family food.
Family food. Letty's already picked her handcuffs. She was kind of just waiting for them to.
Yeah, he's like, go ahead, unlock them. And she's like,
I'm already
click.
out. This is how you treat your friends? Nobody? This is where we get some backstory on Cypher, and we find out that she's the one who hired Owen Shaw from the 6th film to steal... What the fuck were they trying to steal in that movie?
Don't remember.
I don't remember. But whatever they were trying to steal in 6 was set up by Cypher. Dom's team fucked that up. So she tried to go to Deckard Shaw first. He turned her down, which is why she went to Owen.
That's gotta hurt Owen's feelings to know he was third.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, that's an ego hit.
This is where they're trying to figure out, or they come to the realization that, well, yeah, we know Cypher. She's this big computer hacker, to which Ramsey was under the belief that it was a organization.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell her, no, it's this woman right here. And now we found she's currently working with this man. And he flashes the next image on the screen, and it's Toretto.
And Letty's like, not my man.
Yeah, why is he working with this stranger all of a sudden? And not his family. And they have the little back and forth about, you're all on Interpol's top 10 list now.
And Roman's offended because he didn't actually make the list.
Yeah, he's number 11. But then he has the idea of, well, why don't we use God's Eye to find Dom? I can have good ideas. Mr. Nobody's like, that is a brilliant idea, Roman. Let's fire it up. Tej and Ramsey fire up God's Eye and find Dom in every major city on the planet. You're like, see, Roman, we tried that. It didn't work. She's one step ahead of us.
I'm glad it came back, though, because if this was any other franchise, we would have completely forgot about God's Eye after the last movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like a Transformers movie. They would have totally forgotten about this big,
situation.
amazing
That's what
software.
they were trying to get last movie, right? They were
Yes.
trying to God's Eye and Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramsey is the creator, and the God's Eye was the MacGuffin of the last film. Everyone was
Right.
trying to get their hands on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But Ramsey and Tej now have a thing of, well, if we can reverse this, because they're using something to multiply Dom to make it look like he's everywhere, so we can reverse it and find out where he really is. And
It was like a flea something. They called it a flea something because it like jumped.
They used a whole
From,
bunch of
it
tech
jumped
jargon.
the signal.
yeah, you're both
Yeah.
right. Yep. This was a fun part. I like this where, like, all right, we've got it down to one location, and nobody's like, huh, that's funny. That's this building. And then the room explodes.
Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
The door gets blown off, and these little,
Tiny spider bots.
yeah, kind of, get thrown into the room, and they are concussion grenades. And they incapacitate you for 1 hour. Which is very specific.
Very convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In this explosion, a big steel door gets launched at Ramsey,
Mm-hmm.
and Shaw jumps in the way because they also brought him on the team to help. And he just gets hit by this giant steel door, and he's totally fine later on.
I thought it was dead.
Yeah.
Legit.
Definitely internal damage.
His bones would be liquid. But I did like when they first brought Shaw in the room, nobody's like, look, we're trying to find Dom, and I got the only two people on the planet who've ever been able to track him down right here. Hobbs and Shaw. Because Hobbs kept finding him in 5 and 6. Well, Shaw kept finding him in 7. But Cypher and Dom have now entered this room, incapacitated everyone. They're shooting up all the glass, and it is so Cypher can steal the God's Eye for herself. She needed them to load it up and get it ready for her before she could snatch it. On their way out, Letty says something like, is this how you treat family, Dom? You turn your back on us? And without saying anything, Cypher just comes up and kisses Dom.
It was so bad.
The worst kiss known to man. Like,
No
nobody
chemistry.
was feeling it.
It was the limpest kiss you'll ever see in a movie.
I would have headbutted her.
Wham!
It was gross. It was just-
gross.
It was. I mean, it really was. It was just like, why this?
All right,
Of all
Charlize,
things,
kiss Mark.
why-
Kiss him.
It's just an abuse of power. That's all.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah,
Playing
I know
her little
why
game.
It happened. It just felt.
They could have done something better though. Like it.
Yeah, could have shot Letty.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Could have shot Letty again. She got shot in the 4th movie and blown up. So they leave, and the team is now regrouping. They're trying to get their senses back, and someone's like, that wasn't Dom. Dom wouldn't do that.
I was like, no, it was Dom. I wrote that down in my notes.
Wasn't that
I
Roman?
was like, no, that was
I
him.
think it was Letty. No, it was
Letty says something like that.
Letty. Like,
Roman's
"That's
standing
not
Yeah.
Dom."
behind her, and Roman's like, Letty, you know what we need to do.
Oh, that's right.
And that's when she says, no, we leave Brian and Mia out of this. We promised.
Which makes no sense because you know Brian's at home like, I gotta go. I'm
feel
itching.
like-
I'm ready to go, guys.
I feel like the family's in danger, and I miss bullets. Which is something he said in the previous movie.
He loves getting shot at.
Yeah.
He does, and he does not like wearing a bulletproof vest, except for at the very end of that movie. So we are now on the plane.
Hostages.
Yes,
We're so excited.
and
Because it's so stupid.
it's so dumb.
Real dumb.
So Dom is basically talking to Cypher, and he's like, "Look, was that kiss for you or was it for me?" She goes, "Dom, you could have stopped that at any point."
It's all about choices.
Yeah,
It's all about fate.
and they're in the room with all of her weapons and everything, all these open weapons cases, and Dom keeps closing them because she knows he's not going to use them. And he says, you know, the thing about having your foot on a tiger's neck is you can never take your foot off that tiger's neck. Otherwise, it's going to get you. And she's like, well, do I need to give you a reminder of why you're here? And this is where we meet our hostages. We get the return of Elsa Pataki
Welcome back to the movie.
as Elena, and a surprise guest by Nameless Baby. She says that she gave him a middle name and a last name, but the father should pick the first name. And right now she's been calling him Marcos. She says that she found out right around the time that Letty came back from the dead in 6, because she was in 6, Elsa Pataki. She had a brief cameo in 7 at the very beginning. And this is where Shaw fucked up. Dwayne Johnson launched him out that 4-story window.
So she's falling out this window pregnant.
Presumably.
Okay.
And presumably she got nabbed right after that, because this baby's not even a year old. He's probably not even old enough to walk. So she had her entire pregnancy and birth of this baby, it looks like, on this plane. Because not much time has gone by.
Right.
I think this is where Cypher has the thing of...
And no one was like, man, I haven't talked to Elena in a while.
He's like, well, he doesn't need to worry about it. He's got his wife back.
Yeah, but what about The Rock? They were legit friends.
Yeah. It was his partner. He was signing her transfer papers in her one scene in the last movie.
He just assumed that it went through?
That's right. He's got a kid to take care of.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't be working about... Elena can handle herself.
That's true.
Not very well, apparently, but she can.
She was pregnant.
But Cypher is like, look, I know what you're thinking right now. You know, I just sent all the guards out of the room, so it's just me and Rhodes. Rhodes has the gun, so you'd go for him first. I know you, Dom. And she gives Dom the gun. She's like, now you have a choice to make. You can pull that trigger. But remember, there's a plane full of highly trained men who their only job is, if anything happens, they're going to come in this room and they're going to kill your son.
My thought was, hey, the baby's only like 6 months old. Y'all have time to make another baby.
Oh, my God.
My thought is he was real quick to just accept this is your son.
Right, no proof.
He's
I'd
like,
have been like,
no, I
yeah,
fucked her. It's got to be
didn't
mine.
need it.
She never had sex with anybody else in the year and a half.
Her husband's dead. Of course.
She's been spending all that time with The Rock. Y'all do kind of sort of look alike.
I mean, I feel like at this point, like, he knows what Cypher is about and how good Cypher is, and knows that Cypher would not just take a kid who had no, like, there's got to be truth to what Elena is saying.
I mean, we're all going on the assumption that we believe Elena.
I believe Elena.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
But it is the thing of Dom being like, how do you know it's mine?
Right? Any other man would have been like, I don't know.
That kid doesn't
Bitches
look like
be
me.
lying.
That kid looks like Dwayne Johnson.
He just accepted it too fast for me. And I guess it just goes into his core value of family.
Yeah, because they
Family.
actually mentioned in that scene right before this how you could have taken that guy's car in Cuba, but you didn't. And Dom says, well, I didn't need his car. Well, I did something better. I changed him. And she goes, that's not your responsibility, Dom. And he has some line about, I feel like I owe that to people.
Oh.
Again, the family thing. But he tells her, like, look, I could pull this trigger and kill you in this room, but this is a 2-man door, so even if I killed everyone on this plane, I'd never be able to open it. And then he does some actual acting here, where he's screaming that he's alone. And there's nothing he can do, even if he wanted to.
Because he doesn't have family.
He doesn't have his family. So
Except the ones locked inside the box.
Yeah.
Right, so he gives Cypher the gun back.
But you want to talk about who we think the hostages should actually be?
Well, at the end of the scene,
Yeah.
he leaves, and he leaves his necklace hanging in front of the glass. Another close-up of this necklace. But our thing for the hostages, I think it would have been way better for what happens in real life and in the stories if it had been Mia and Brian. And when
They could have still had the baby.
there could have been a thing with Elena and the baby,
Yeah.
but they didn't need to be the hostages.
Or, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, but I was gonna say when because Paul Walker died before the last movie came out, while they were still making it, this could have been a thing of they kill Paul Walker, and
Yeah,
then
that would've been
Brian
good.
they finally have a logical exit for Brian. They have a thing for sending Paul's character off, not in the best way, but it would have been better. It would have made this more personal
Right.
against Cypher.
Like, if we got to keep the franchise going, you got to kill the dead guy.
Yeah, they should have killed Paul Walker's character a long time ago. Now, they could have killed him at the end of 7. They had enough setups.
Not in a fiery crash.
No.
That would have been.
That would have been in bad taste.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
were a little concerned about killing off his character because it would have been in bad taste. So I think they just let the character live.
I just think it doesn't work well for the story.
It
But-
makes no sense for him not to be there.
No.
I mean, everybody knows he didn't actually want to not be there. They kind of forced that character to
Right.
leave, but
But that character is constantly referenced.
Mhm.
When Elena mentions the father should name him, this is one of the things I knew about this movie because I had never seen it before we watched it for the show. I turned to Erica and I said, "Can you guess what they named the baby?" Don't say it yet.
It's like I immediately guessed it too.
Don't say it yet. But Erica immediately got it. So Dom hung his necklace. He says to Cypher, he goes, "You want to see the old Dom? Well, now you're going to."
We're going back to stealing DVDs, guys.
She's like, "I didn't want these DVD players, Dom. Why do you keep stealing this stuff?" It's what I know.
You wanted the old Dominic Toretto.
Yeah. Here's a tuna sandwich. What? My buddy Hector. So the team is now trying to figure out how Dom and Cypher got into the country. Mm-hmm. And nobody has I think it's him, he mentions ghost flights. And like, all the satellites and communication networks around the globe, they move around, they fluctuate like waves on the ocean. So every now and then it creates a blind spot. So a plane can zoom in undetected, which is probably how they got in. And Shaw and Ramsey are both on the computer trying to figure this stuff out. And I think this is where they figure out the next spot's probably going to be New York City, mm-hmm. which is the first time this franchise has ever been to New York City.
New York City. Pardon me. Are you Aaron Burser?
Oh my God. Also, the only scenes of this that were actually in New York City were the B-roll. All the big sweeping shots over the city. Everything you saw of them on the streets and everything, none of that was New York. It was Atlanta and somewhere else.
Toronto.
Might have been.
Vancouver.
So they never actually filmed in New York City. But we see...
That explains why it looks so hot in some of those scenes. I was like, why is it so hot looking right there? Like when they were on that rooftop, I was like...
Oh, at the end?
Yeah, I was like, it looks so hot.
But we have Dom driving across what I think is the Brooklyn Bridge. And we have the team hiding in the back of a fish truck because they don't want to get spotted on God's eye. I'm trying to be covert about this.
This is what they should have did at the end of 7 when they were throwing Ramsey everywhere.
Yeah. Or put a mask on her.
Yeah.
Because it tracks your face through any kind of camera. It was the major thing from the previous film. And they're playing hot potato with Ramsey at the end of that movie. But they're not trying to obscure her face in any way. Whereas in this movie, they learned their lesson. They're like, all right, let's... throw
her in the back of a fish car.
Fish truck.
They pull up to a random warehouse.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to remember if this is before or after Letty IDs Rhodes. Because when they're looking at the security footage, they see Rhodes and Letty recognizes him.
Letty IDs Rhodes later after he has the gun on her.
Later. Okay.
Later.
Later. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I just don't remember how they figured out to go to New York City. I didn't write it down in my notes.
Ghost flights.
New York City.
Just the ghost flights.
Just the ghost flights.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, like Erica said, they go to this warehouse that is a front. At first you get in, it's just a fish market. They're chopping up all these fish. It smells really fucking bad. In the back, there's a secret room that is just a garage full of all these expensive ass cars. And
it reminds me of 2 when
oh, they had the impound?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And little nobody is telling them, pick a car, something that's not too conspicuous, so we can be ready when Dom shows up. And Tej immediately wants...
Tyrese.
Huh?
Was it... Tej wanted the tank. I was thinking of Tyrese and the multi-million-dollar Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Oh, that was after Tej was looking at the tank.
Yeah.
Right.
Thing had a fucking assault... a minigun on top of it. And little nobody was like, that is not going on the street. Mm-hmm. Let's get that idea out of your head right now.
So we need something that's not going to draw attention. I
right.
want this tank.
Read the room, Tej.
But I think Roman says something similar, and they're like, that's a Lamborghini. Mm-hmm. That's going to draw all the attention. And it's like bright orange.
Yeah, like bright orange.
It's orange.
And Dom is riding around the city, and he has a little button down by his foot pedal, and he hits that. And his car dies, and he pulls into an alley and tells Cypher, hey, I'm having car trouble. I need to stop and look at it real quick. And she says, all right, you have 5 minutes. And he gets out, and where he stops the car is so fucking convenient and perfect that when he's under the hood, the one camera that's looking down on the car can't see him. And there's an ATM camera across the street that they've hacked into where they're watching him from the side. And Dom looks right at this ATM camera as if he knows it's there.
He's like, hello.
Yeah. And this truck pulls up in front and blocks him from all angles. And he takes off. And he goes into this little bar and he sits down across from, no one would be expecting this, Helen Mirren.
She has the best agent, I think. Like, I feel like she has more fun than Judi Dench and Meryl Streep. Like, she gets all the, like, fun old lady roles.
Right.
She
Like-
asked to be in this movie.
I believe it, because she's having so much fun with this accent.
She actually
Oh my
has
God.
been in every installment since this.
Oh, God.
And she just thought it'd be fun. And she's doing an over-the-top, exaggerated version of her own accent. Mr. Toretto. It's so goofy from how you normally hear Helen Mirren talk.
Right.
But she's talking about how he fucked up both of her sons. And he says, well, there was nothing more painful on this earth than the first time I saw my son, and there was glass between us, and he reached out for me, and I couldn't hold him. I know what that's like. And he's like, it's disgusting. How dare he love his child? That he doesn't know for sure
That
is
he
his.
doesn't know is his.
You have to excuse Etta. She's heartless.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Etta hates little babies.
Sure do.
I, have to
I
say
did
that for
meet
you,
my
though.
godchild, though. He's adorable. Yeah.
So he slides her it looks like a smartwatch, but it's got a way bigger screen on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says something about making up for the wrongs he's done to her family, but promising to help her out. When he walks in, she goes, "Do you know who I am?" And he's like, "That's why I'm here." And she says something similar at the end of this conversation, and he repeats again, "Well, that's why I'm here." And then Cypher is telling them, find me an angle of him. I can't see him. I don't like this.
She's starting to freak out.
Yes. And they're like,
Yeah.
all right, the truck is about to move. And the truck moves, and he's back under the hood. And they said he had 5 minutes to look at the car.
This is the longest 5
This
minutes.
was more than 5 minutes.
This was only 3 minutes
Of actual movie time.
of actual
Screen
time. Like, the time it took him to get under the hood of the car, walk to wherever this bar was where there were no cameras in the line of sight, talk to Helen Mirren, and get back to the car took 3 real-life minutes.
He had been booking it.
Right. So, once the
Cuban
truck...
minute.
it took him a cube a minute.
That explains it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
the truck moves. They can see him. He closes the hood. And he's like, look, I had a bad spark plug. Gets back in the car. Continues on his mission. I believe this is where we find out they are tailing a Russian defense minister in his limousine and his motorcade.
This scene was kind of terrifying, though. Honestly.
Oh, once the actual chase starts?
Yeah.
Well, before the chase starts, we actually have a little thing back at the Nobody Warehouse, the Nowhere car shop. Hobbs is reading Shaw's military record. He's a very decorated officer, done a lot of things for valor and saved a lot of lives. And he says something about how why he would bother being a criminal. And Shaw kind of just repeats what happened to Hobbs at the beginning of the movie when they're stealing the EMP and he was set up. So Hobbs and Shaw have kind of a similar history of once the government doesn't need them anymore, they kind of throw them to the side.
Right.
Like I described it in my notes as flirt fighting because they're throwing these jeers back and forth at each other. And I think this is the one where Hobbs has the line of shoving your teeth down your throat or some shit. And Shaw laughs at this. And that was actually an outtake.
Oh, yeah?
Dwayne Johnson just said the line and Jason Statham couldn't stay in character and he started laughing. And they used that final shot in the movie.
What is also the one where he's just
Kinda
I
like-
think your tank
sorry.
top is
Cutting off
cutting
circulation.
off circulation to your brain?
Yeah, I think that was
like
the same.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a scene in a different movie where The Rock had a one-liner and it made Ludacris like spit out his drink, and
That-
they kept that take in the movie?
That was at the end of 6.
That was at the end of 6.
So
Okay.
at the end of 6, they helped Hobbs.
I thought that was Tyrese had the one liner about
You better hide your baby off.
about hiding the baby.
And he
oil.
goes like,
Yep.
"You better hide that big ass forehead" or something like that.
Yes, and then Ludacris has the spit take,
Yeah.
which was completely not scripted. But it was at the end of 6 for helping capture Baby Shaw. They get their records cleared, so they're allowed to come back to America. They go back to the house from the first movie, and Dwayne Johnson's coming to the cookout to present them with their paperwork saying they're free people. And that's when we get the back and forth between Roman and Hobbs. And the great spit take, which was unscripted.
I love an unscripted moment making its way to movies.
Well, I like the part right after that. Roman's like, oh, man, I was just joking. So now that we're in New York and we've seen Dom riding around, Cypher is about to enact her plan to get this defense minister. And that plan involves one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen, where they start hacking all these cars in the city. Which they say there's over 1,000 of them.
I would argue this is the most unbelievable moment of this franchise.
Could be.
Are they all Teslas or are they all just smart cars?
Neither.
I think they were just.
There's
that's
Fords,
what I
there's
was
Priuses,
asking.
there's Dodges, there's Chryslers, there's Jeeps. There's all kinds of cars, none of which look like they have this self-driving capability.
Right.
Like, my car is a 2015, right?
This movie was filmed probably in
Does not have the
2016.
ability to be hacked into like this.
So I think it's just newer cars that have the chips in them.
They specifically mention a specific chip
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they hack. It's just the fact that all these cars can self-drive
Right.
is the part I was like, you're not doing that. You might be
Not
able to
in New York City.
You might be able to remote start these cars,
Yeah.
but you're not
So
making them
yeah.
drive like this.
Especially not the taxi cabs.
No.
Hacker woman.
It is cool because she mentioned something about zombie cars, and this really does look like in a lot of zombie movies when you have a horde of zombies just running at you.
And just converging.
Yeah, because there's a great shot of all these cabs coming around a corner, and a bunch of them can't make the turn, and they crash into shit, but they just keep on going. It was fun, but like I said, it was really stupid.
Right.
And my question was, why didn't you just hack the convoy? If you can hack all these vehicles, why not hack the convoy, make them go to where you want them to be, and then take care of them? I mean, I
guess
get.
their hackers would. There was always hacking battles
They had
thrown into
security.
these as well.
I mean, then this fun scene would also not happen.
Right.
But it's just, you would have made a whole lot less noise if you just hijacked this convoy.
But also, with all these cars being damaged, at least you're in New York City. Like, if it's got to happen in any city, you're in the most walkable city in the country.
Once again, don't live in New York in the movie universe ever.
Especially if it's Fast and Furious, apparently, and definitely not Marvel.
No.
Definitely not Marvel. Don't live in New York if you're in Marvel.
So the convoy is being forced into a specific location right underneath a parking garage. And Cypher has the line of "make it rain," and they make all these cars just fly out the parking garage window, and they pile up like the scene from the end of the Blues Brothers.
Yep.
And also the amount of people that just kept watching
Right.
the cars fall. I was like, bruh.
Not enough people are running.
Running. Yeah, no.
It's New York.
New Fear Unlocked.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I believe they did this. I might be thinking of a different movie, but the scene where they have all the cars falling out of the parking garage, I think that was done. A lot of it was done practically.
Nice.
They were actually driving some cars out of a parking garage.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
That's crazy
I think it
work.
was this movie. I didn't see that in the trivia facts, but I remember reading it somewhere. So now that they have the defense minister's car pinned down, they've taken out most of the cars that were in this convoy, but now that all the cars rain down on top of it, it is completely surrounded, cannot go anywhere. And we are introduced to Tactical Dom.
Looking like a DC fucking villain.
I said that same thing. I was like, he's coming out looking like Bane. Like,
He looks like Crossbones.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. Or he looks like one of the guys from Army of Two. But he's got this big-ass fucking chainsaw, or circular saw, and he's covered in tactical gear. He's got a bulletproof shield. The driver of the limo pokes his head out and unloads his automatic weapon as a shield. One round, or one magazine, he goes, all right, I'm out.
Which is stupid.
that's what I said.
Just stop shooting.
Well, that, and also, like, you don't have, like, a personal handgun? Get out! He
don't
only
have-
has a chainsaw!
More ammo? Reload that motherfucker.
And he's like, well, guys, I did my job.
Yep.
And then he just sits in the front.
I tried. I'm going to go back to playing Angry Birds. But the guys are like, look, this car, he can't get in here. It's impenetrable. We're safe in the car. And he starts cutting through the gas tank on the back, and he ignites a flare. and he's tapping on the glass with it. And he's like, "Give me the case. Come on, give me the case. I'll drop this flare in the fucking car."
And then at this moment, the guy should have pulled out his personal gun and shot Dom.
He wouldn't have killed him. This is Dom Toretto we're talking about.
Man's bulletproof.
You're
He
right.
probably knew as soon as he walked up. He's like, "Oh shit, that's Dom Toretto."
He's like fucking Ethan Hunt. He is the manifestation of destiny. You can't stop him.
Of fate,
A
actually.
fate.
Oh, you're right. Fate.
Like, fuck, that's
Fate.
Dom Toretto. We can't do anything about this.
All Russian security guards know about Dom Toretto.
Yeah. And Dom's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna need y'all to give me that case."
I need it.
For my family.
Hey. So they throw the case out the window, and he immediately takes his bulletproof mask off, which
Immediately.
is where they should have pulled out the sidearm and shot at him again.
Yes.
Because he drops the shield, he takes the mask off. He also goes through several wardrobe changes very quickly, because when he first
Very
gets to New York City, he's not wearing sleeves, of course. After he has the conversation with Helen Mirren, he is wearing his sleeves. Once the zombie car chase starts, he gets out of the car and he's covered in full tactical gear. And after he gets the case and is back in his car, he's removed all that tactical gear. So there's
in his little jacket.
yeah. But Dom had plenty of time to go through wardrobe changes.
Gas up.
What'd you say?
Gas up the car, you know?
That is still the one thing we've never seen in these movies. 8 movies, never seen someone gassing up a car. Which I think I mentioned in our Furious 7 episode. But now the team is involved because they hear on the radio all this shit going down. They immediately jump to the conclusion, that's Dom. Time for us to get out there.
Ooh, important thing that happens in that scene where we're seeing them sitting there. Letty is holding a grappling hook, and I got so excited because I was like, this grappling hook needs to be used. Please tell me they're not just going to put a grappling hook in here
Chekhov's grappling
and
hook.
not use it. Oh my. Can I just point out that it seems like every time I'm on this show, we talk about Chekhov.
It's an important.
It
It's an
becomes
important
Chekhov's
literary
grappling
device.
hook.
It's very important.
Yeah. But I got so excited over this grappling hook.
Oh yeah, no, the grappling hook part is fun. But Dom is basically like, or Cypher asks Dom if there's any side of his team, and he goes, "Yeah, they're right in front of me, and they have the street blocked off."
People are somehow still on the street.
Yeah.
It's New York.
You have Little Nobody, Tej, Rome, Hobbs, and
Letty.
Letty. I knew I was missing somebody. In front of Dom, and behind him is Shaw. And Dom takes off, and Little Nobody springs in, falls for this distraction. So Dom created an opening, immediately gets around them by going through a flower shop.
And everyone was like, don't fall for it. He's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know who wouldn't have done this?
Brian.
Brian.
Brian would have been fucking ready. So now we have this chase through New York, and I believe Little Nobody gets taken out first.
Yes,
The
because the
scaffolding
man can't drive.
No. Scaffolding falls on his car.
Yep.
And people are going around it, and I think Hobbs is like, I'll take the shortcut, and he just drives right through all the scaffolding, because he's, of course, in a big, monstrous Jeep. At the end of the chase, they're in that middle of that four-way intersection, and everyone just starts grappling Dom's car with these grappling hooks.
Yeah, I think Roman sends the grappling hook in first.
No, it was Letty.
It was Letty?
Letty got
Okay.
the first one.
And
Yeah,
then
Letty
Roman.
Letty and
'Cause Letty
Tej.
catches up to him after he takes off. She's the one that catches up to him first.
Okay.
Yep.
Because she and, I think it's her and Tej get grappling hooks in the back.
Correct. Yep.
Shaw gets one in the front. No, Roman gets the one in the front. And then Hobbs and Shaw get the doors.
Right.
So they've got him pinned. All they have to do is hold him in place. But there's a great line here where Hobbs like, that car's got to have 2,000 horsepower. To which Tej replies, try 3,000. And then Shaw jumps in, better try 5,000.
Yeah.
And
Should have just been over 9,000 at this point. Like,
All right.
yeah, one of them has the little
little, yeah.
energy visor on.
Right. And I was like, this car should not be
American
competing
muscle, baby.
against 5 other cars.
No, especially not Hobbs's giant truck.
Exactly.
Just for the weight alone.
right.
With the rock in it.
Yeah. That's where most of the weight comes from.
American
He's between
muscle.
a rock and a hard place.
Oh my God.
Nice. Nice.
But for whatever fucking reason, I think it's Roman loses ground
Yeah.
first.
I also called this. We were watching the scene, and I said Roman has to fuck this up because he's usually the fuck up and the comic relief. And
Yep.
I'm like, somehow or another, Roman has to fuck this up.
Yep. And
Which makes no sense because Roman is the best driver out of all of them. So, like, why?
I guess it's because his car was in the front.
Yeah, and
Maybe.
I think his car might be the lightest.
It might have been.
he was
Yeah.
driving like a was that a Bentley?
I think so.
I think big
Yeah,
white and red
Yes, he
Bentley.
said, not my Bentley.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. His also had the grappling hook on the top of it. Everyone else was like kind of around the front near the grill of their headlights. But yeah, he just gets that little bit of slack in the line, and he's able to whip Roman over upside down, and he manages to back up and pull Letty and Tej's cars together, or is it Letty and Shaw?
No, I think it's Letty and Tej.
It was Letty and
Yeah,
Tej
so
together.
he reverses past them, and when the lines go taut, the two cars flip and smash into each other. Dom's car flips over, and his entire rear axle gets ripped off.
Thank God they have cages on these cars because, good Lord, they'd be dead.
No one's wearing
that,
seatbelts.
Before that happened, he shoulder checked his door and it flew into Hobbs's fucking.
Oh, I forgot about
Yeah,
that
because
part.
I was like, did he just fucking shoulder check his door and take the whole thing off?
Yep.
I
Motherfucker
missed
just
that part.
he just hits the door
I
like
did
that,
too.
and the
Yeah,
shit just
because
went
the door
flying.
just came off, and I was like, "What?" And he's like, he shoulder checked his door, and
I'm
I
like-
was like,
This man is super
Really?
Yeah, goddamn super soldier Dom Toretto.
We got introduced to
Shoulder
Super
check.
Soldier Dom in 4.
Yeah,
Because there's a scene where he's interrogating a guy inside of a garage, and he hits the hoist that is holding up a full engine block, and Dom just grabs the chain with one arm.
Oh, yeah.
A full engine, several hundred pounds, and he's holding it with one hand, and then he's holding that same guy out the window by his ankle with one hand. Superhuman.
"Yeah."
yep.
Like, even in the first movie, he does get fucked up in that train crash at the end. His car goes over the tracks, gets clipped by the train. He's got a fucked up shoulder. He's bleeding.
Maybe-
We never see that much wound or injury on Dom ever again.
when they
Maybe
first
in
started
like
it.
2
Right.
and 3 when he's not really in it, he was like being held hostage by Hydra and like got injected with the super soldier.
Well, I mean, they were injecting everybody,
Yeah.
so might as well.
Well, as we learn, everything that happens from 4 up until 7 happens at around the same time as 3.
right?
Because
See?
the end of 3 is near the beginning of 7.
So while Brian's off recruiting Roman in 2 in Miami, Dom's being held hostage, fighting his way back to America.
Dom's getting the same super soldier implants that Idris Elba gets in Hobbs and Shaw.
Exactly. You get it. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
So Dom picks up the case. That's all Cypher cares about. Get the case, get out of there. And Shaw starts chasing him. And they're in this empty street, and Dom just stops, points a gun at Shaw, and he says the line of, "Oh, you thought this was going to be a street fight," which is something they say to each other several times in the previous film.
You thought this was going to be a street fight? Because it is.
That's a direct line, everybody. That is a direct line from the last movie that Vin Diesel says to Jason Statham. And in this, he just shoots him. He just shoots Jason Statham like 2 or 3 times in the chest.
pop.
Yep.
And Hobbs comes running around the corner at this moment. It's like, no!
Which is like, you were literally about to fight him 3 days ago. And also, you have some emotional attachment to him?
Well, they had that laugh as they were
Yeah.
working underneath that car.
Right.
I mean, he
gotcha.
was gonna whoop the dude's ass, so he was gonna shoot him.
Right, he just wanted to mollywop him.
Okay.
Yeah, cops don't just
They're
blast on people
frenemies.
in
Right.
this series.
Oh.
Thank you, Jeremy, for clarifying that. But also, Etta, you are 100% correct. In this series,
They're frenemies.
frenemies.
Yeah.
He was just gonna mollywop that son of a bitch. He wasn't gonna fucking shoot him.
Oh, he certainly was.
So while he shot and he's like standing there, Letty comes up behind Dom and grabs the case and starts running.
Takes off.
And her little booties.
And her little booties.
Yeah.
And Dom chases her down this alley, and he fires his gun. And she goes, now
In
look.
the air.
In the air. And she goes, look, if there's one thing I know, it's you're not going to shoot me. You love me. She's right. He can't do it. He's about to let her go, but Rhodes shows up.
She says it in the sassiest way too. She's got the head like she's like, and you're not gonna shoot
Oh,
me.
she knew.
It's like, okay.
She knows her man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a lot of things, but he's not going to kill his wife.
Or even just shoot her in the leg or some shit.
Something.
Yeah.
Graze her.
Honestly, had I been Letty, I'm not even stopping to have this conversation. Obviously, you got something going on. You figure your shit out. We'll reconvene when it's over.
Yeah, you out
I'm
here,
just gonna take this case. Just let me have it.
out here
I'm
kissing
gonna be
these
out.
bitches.
Yep.
We'll figure this out.
Yep.
Wow. But Rhodes is right there around the corner. He grabs her. She's not letting go of the case, even when he has a gun to her head. Mm-hmm. And when he puts that gun to her head, Dom pops in and puts a gun to Rhodes' head.
I think it's because she hangs on to the case because she knows Dom's right around the corner. She's like, Dom's not going to let him shoot me.
Right. But she does let go of the case, and he and Rhodes take off.
Rhodes, who should have been in the movie a lot more.
Yes.
Wish he had been.
Rhodes should have joined the family.
Yeah. So back at Nowhere, they get confirmation that Shaw is dead, and Hobbs punches the side of this metal container and leaves a fist-sized imprint on it.
Because he's like, I lost my friend that I made 2 seconds ago.
Damn, we were just starting to become buddies.
Yeah.
I can't beat his ass now.
We were getting ready to go.
That's what it was. You can't fight him now.
No, it's because they were getting ready to go into the lovers part of their enemies to lovers.
Oh, okay.
Legit.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Wait till Vanessa Kirby shows up and ruins that.
His twin, Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby plays Jason Statham's sister in Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, okay.
But Adam, when he told me this years ago, he was like, Vanessa Kirby is playing Jason Statham's twin. I was like,
That was. I said I think they're twins because I've never seen it.
Right.
But there's something about the two characters are not that far apart in age in the movie.
Yeah.
Because there shows flashbacks of them as children, and I was like, are they twins? They're not. But also, there's a lot of years between the two actors in real life.
like, I think a good 15 years is between them.
Yeah, but
Vanessa Kirby is
She's playing the Invisible Woman in
Yeah.
the Fantastic
Yes.
Four.
Yes.
I heard that name.
yep, she
One of
plays.
Etta's favorite characters.
She's been in the last 3 Mission Impossible movies as well.
She's having a great career.
Yeah, it's taken off.
Twinsies, though.
Twins!
Yeah.
And so every time I see Vanessa Kirby, I'm like,
Little-
Jason Statham's twin.
Little stubble, take a little off the top. Gravelly voice, work on that. Perfect.
So, I think now we go back to Cypher's plane, and Dom goes to see Elena, and her little cell window is blacked out, and Cypher's talking to him over the intercom, and she's like, "Look, you fucked up, Dom. You didn't get me that case." And he goes, "You got the case." She goes, "Yeah, but Rhodes got me the case. You were gonna let Letty walk away with it. So now I got to teach you a lesson." And the lights to the cell come on. Elena is tied up, Snidely Whiplash style. Cypher is holding the baby.
What?
Do you not know who Snidely Whiplash is?
No?
He was the guy that was always trying to kidnap the love interest from Dudley Do-Right.
Oh.
I believe that
Right?
was him, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So always have them tied up with a white bandana around their mouth.
I rode the ride.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah.
So she goes, "Look, you got to learn this lesson, Dom." And Rhodes proceeds to shoot Elena in the head.
Double tap.
Yep.
She ain't coming back.
Nah. Now, if this was a rated R movie, we could have actually seen the kill. This is one of those things where we just see Dom's reaction to it. But
Which gives us time for her to come back in, like, the 13th movie.
I swear to God, if they bring Elsa Pataki back to life after being popped in the head, I'm going to be pissed.
Just to figure out that it was all staged.
Rubber
Right.
bullets.
And that ain't even his son.
Right. It was all a ruse.
It would be perfect.
So R.I.P. Elsa Pataki. I believe then it goes to
The character.
The
Yeah.
character. Elsa Pataki, very much alive in real life.
Yeah.
Elena, gone. In Nowhere, this is where Letty IDs Rhodes.
Yes.
She remembers him from when she was working with
Owen.
Owen. Thank you. I almost said Deckard. When she was working with Owen. And he also had ties to Jimin Hunzu's warlord character from the 7th film. Because they just have a little photo of him pop up.
Mm-hmm.
And Ramsey's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that guy."
Also making good money.
Yes.
He's in everything.
Playing these villain characters and shit.
Mm-hmm. So now they have something to go on. They have a guy to look for specifically. Because they don't know anything about Cypher personally. But they know about Rhodes now. So they're going to start trying to track his whereabouts. And on the plane, Cypher is giving Dom some speech about a crocodile. She's like, "Look, this anger you're feeling, it's not real. This loyalty to family, it's like when people would go to the watering hole and they would see a child snatched up by a crocodile, it would implant this program in them to be wary about the water hole. And she says something about, I want these nukes so I can hold the world accountable for when they do something wrong. And she ends the speech by saying, I'm the crocodile. She's the one that they want to think about whenever they're about to do something she doesn't like.
I really wanted him to look at her and go, "Yeah, bitch, and I'm the tiger."
Well,
just if we're gonna be really cheesy with this, let's go full cheese. Let's go nacho level.
we do get that at the end.
Yeah.
Not quite the way you just worded it, but we do get that at the end. He does have a good line here, though, where he tells Cypher, he goes, if I were you, I would kiss my son. Because you have this plane, you have all this security, you only have any of this because my son's still alive. And she's like, huh, that sounds threatening.
Because it is.
Right. But she's like, man, I'm really just going to keep fucking with this guy. Mm-hmm. He's making these offhanded threats toward me after I just killed his baby mama. Right in front of him, by the way. I'm just going to keep fucking with him.
So is this where they make the decision to go to Russia?
Yeah. This is where they figure out that it was a Russian defense minister. Mm-hmm. It was a Russian nuclear launch code briefcase that Dom stole. Those nukes are in this decommissioned
submarine, right?
Base.
Yeah.
That has been taken over by some terrorists, not Russians. They specifically say they're not Russians. They're a terror organization. Mm-hmm. So they can kind of get away with going in here killing all these people indiscriminately.
Also, just wouldn't want to be implicating anybody in a movie.
Right. They decide to go there, and they're pretty sure that's where Dom's going to go. And the team is there overlooking the base, and Erica made the comment of none of them are dressed appropriately for this snowy tundra.
None of them! Oh, but no, go back to they get to pick cars again, and they're like, it's free game. You can pick whatever you want.
Oh, this is where they finally get little nobody to... He stops playing by the book.
He's like, there are no rules, and he breaks the key container.
Yeah, because he says they need to escalate this.
Mm-hmm. Did y'all notice that he changed his outfit? Like, he's not wearing the suits like nobody anymore. He's dressed more like the family.
He's Brian now.
Yeah, he's dressed like Brian. Yes.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not wearing nobody suits.
I think once they get to New York, he's no longer wearing suits.
He's part of the family.
Yeah. But this is where he finally is like, oh, well, I finally learned rule number 3. There are no rules. And he grabs a crowbar and he smashes open the key case for all these cars they have just for dramatic effect.
Right. He says, take whatever you like. And they're like, you couldn't just
there was no reason.
You couldn't just open the case. You had to break it.
Look, Mr. Nobody, I'm going to be down there in just a minute. I just got to brush my teeth first. And he grabs a crowbar and he smashes the bathroom mirror to grab the toothpaste.
Yeah.
He really takes that break in case of emergency thing a little too seriously. Oh man, I need to get some ketchup for my my fries. And he smashes open the kitchen cabinet and he grabs the. We got to keep replacing shit because this guy keeps breaking everything.
But yeah, this is where Roman gets to have his
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're on the mountaintop
and I made
in
that
the
comment.
Cold, and you're just like, he has to say something about the cold first.
Yeah.
And I was like,
of course.
oh my god, that's what you call.
Yeah, we're in Russia and all that. No, I called the other thing too about Roman getting flipped with the car.
Oh right, yeah, you
but
did.
They're all standing there. I'm like, all right, this is when Roman is going to comment on how fucking cold it is because he's the comic relief.
To be fair, I also would be commenting.
Yeah,
how
me
cold
too.
it is.
He's also black.
But
So
he's a black guy in a Russian tundra.
So they pan through. They're all goggles or binoculars watching, and then it's just Roman and Tej just wrapped up and just shivering.
It reminded me of that time we went to the beach.
Yep. Yes.
It was me, Jeremy, Etta, Sammy, and Blair. And Etta, Sammy, and Blair. Oh, John was there.
John was there.
They're all in the water, deep in the water, and then me and Jeremy were just back there shivering.
Waist height, fucking shivering. Because I'm just like, man, they're having a great time. And I look over, literally right where I was, and Erica's also fucking freezing. I'm like, we're freezing.
Look at all these white people playing in this cold ass water.
Yes.
You know, it helps if you move though, which is what we were doing.
I was frozen.
I was going eventually, but it was too cold.
How am I supposed to move?
That water
I'm
was cold.
frozen.
Though. It was not great.
And I'm just like, why did I let these motherfuckers convince me to come out here?
Yep.
Never again.
And then I did it again.
So yeah, they're Roman says something to Tej about the cold. I don't remember exactly what he says, but Tej has a line of, "Hey man, don't ever say anything like that to me again," because it's just too much information.
Oh, he's talking about
Oh yeah,
shrinkage.
because he said,
Yeah.
So I didn't recognize myself.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he went for a piece and I didn't recognize myself.
Yeah, Tej was like, "Hey man, shut up."
And that's why we get the shrinkage line later.
Yep.
That shrinkage line later was funny.
It's fucking freezing out here.
So they're trying to think, all right, is Dom gonna actually show up here? Are we at the right spot? And they're like, yeah, I think we're at the right spot. Look down there. And Dom comes in what I can only describe as a Mad Max car, because it's literally shooting flames out the back. The exhaust on this car is absolutely insane, but he also has the EMP mounted to the car. And he's driving toward this military base, and they hit the EMP, kills all the security in the base. Like, they have a barricade coming up, and when they lose power, the barricade just falls right back down. Dom manages to get in.
Rhodes is in the car with him, though, right?
No,
No,
no.
not yet.
Rhodes shows up later.
Okay.
For the most part of this first siege on the base, Dom's alone in the car.
Okay.
He gets in. The team decides they need to go in too, and they need to hit 2 different points. They need to hit the control room for the sub to launch it, but they also need to hit the actual control room in the sub to control the missiles.
Right.
So I think it's Hobbs, Letty, and Ramsey head for the launch control room.
Both of them in the thinnest jackets known to man.
Yeah, not dressed for this cold.
No.
They're dressed to look good, not to be warm. No. And Little Nobody, Roman, and Tej head for the control room inside the sub to find the launch chip.
That's a hell of a combo. The 3 of them together, it's like the Three Stooges. Like,
It really is.
Basically.
It is. That is such a good comparison.
they were incompetent.
Hey, Rome. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
Bonk. To make sure they have control of the sub, they have to get Dom under the sub to reactivate the EMP to hit it one more time, which I forget why. Is it so that when it resets, they can hack in?
Yes.
Okay.
It needed to reboot its system, and then Cypher could hack into the sub.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
He also went underneath it because of how thick the sub was.
Yeah, he had
So
to be
he
within a
had
good
to be-
proximity.
yeah.
That EMP actually sends out like an actual physical shockwave when it goes off, too. Like, we see it rippling through all the snow and everything.
Yep.
Really made me wonder how his car didn't shut off. Because if you don't know, listener, an EMP is a device that disrupts electrical equipment. Cars
it's electromagnetic
need
pulse.
batteries. Something like that. There's a funny joke about EMPs on early season of Red vs. Blue. One character is very serious, keeps calling it an EMP, and they're like, EMP? You mean EMP? And all the characters keep calling them EMPs. He goes, what? No, it's an EMP. I'm like, yeah, an EMP. So Dom is heading out because they've hacked the sub. He's done. Cypher tells him meet at the rendezvous with Rhodes. But then his team shows up. Now the plan has to change. When he meets with Rhodes, Rhodes gets in the car with him. And Cypher's watching on the camera. And she's like, Dom, you really want to put that car in drive? Because he's got his hand right there on the shifter. And he sees all the shit exploding with his team down in there. And I forget why, but she tells Rhodes to shoot someone on the team. And he's like, all right, now you get to pick. And Dom has a great line of he doesn't like to use guns because he likes to look someone in the eye when he kills them. And Rhodes is like, all right, so
Which is
the wife.
insane because he's killed so many people without looking at them.
But to be fair, he wasn't using guns.
Look, he
You're
was
right.
threatening that man at that moment. So
Oh yeah.
he had to lay down a nice threat,
Did we miss one of my favorite parts?
which is
When they're in the, when they get in, and there's just that row of CGI army trucks.
No, that's when they're leaving.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It
I
looks
was
bad.
so mad.
It looks so fucking terrible.
I missed this.
I know exactly what Ed is talking about.
I was
Yes.
half asleep.
It was we'll get there.
Okay.
So they're in there, and Ramsey and
And I blinked.
Cypher has this hacking fight, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Over
Yes.
control of the submarine.
Yeah.
They keep turning off its propeller.
Yeah, but I like because they're kind of like complimenting each other as the like hackies. Like, oh man, she's really good. Try this.
She's good.
Yeah.
Because the two teams are now in their respective control rooms.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we start getting some actual emotion out of Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she starts getting very angry. It's one emotion of anger.
Yeah.
But we also get Letty getting her ass beat.
Yeah.
Because the whole time while Ramsey and Cypher are cyber bullying each other,
Cyber complimenting each other.
Yeah.
Slight cyber flirting.
Hobbs is somewhere else in the control room fighting guys who don't stand a chance against him because they're hitting him and they're not doing anything. It's like when someone punches Superman.
Right.
Like, The Rock is like fighting off like 6 people, and Letty's got her one guy that's just beating her ass.
One big dude who I think was in John Wick and Jurassic World. But she pushes him over this balcony onto the submarine's propeller, and you just see blood spray up on the building, much like from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And then she looks, I was like, why would you even want to
Trying to
see?
make sure he was dead.
No.
She wants to look at her work.
There was no way he was alive after that.
A painter always looks at the work after.
Oh, no.
She goes, man, that's one for Banksy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hobbs comes out and he's like, oh, nice.
He says
You got
nasty,
one.
doesn't he?
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he says that's nasty.
Yeah. So inside the sub, you have Roman and Little Nobody make it inside the main control room, but the door behind them locks, so the smart guy who knows what they're looking for, Tej, can't get in the room. So now he's trying to communicate to these two idiots what they're looking for, what they need to do, and they both pull out the wrong things at the same time, which causes...
The alarm system to go off, or
Yeah, something like that. That might be what locked the door.
Door was
No,
already
the
locked.
door was already
locked.
locked.
Yeah.
Okay,
Charlize
I
Theron.
was gonna say Cypher probably
Locked down
locked
the sub.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
they managed to get down to like 2 seconds before they are able to launch this nuke. They
they're
find the chip, they rip it out.
Yeah, they're like, everything's in Russian, and then Roman's trying to read the Russian, which I was like,
Oh, it's so
how?
bad.
And then he's like, the countdown's not in Russian.
Yep. So now that she can't launch the missiles, she just decides, oh, I'll just take the whole sub.
Mm-hmm.
So they launch it into the bay, and the guys have to get off before it gets fully out into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And the team is now regrouped, and they're like, look, okay, we can't stop the sub from here, but we can keep it from getting out into the ocean and disappearing if we can get to this lock and lock it down. No pun intended.
Okay.
And this is where we see Etta's bad CGI trucks.
I was so mad.
Because the team drives off onto the ice, and they are immediately pursued by all these vehicles that... Oh my god, the CGI is so bad.
So bad.
It-
And I was like, this is a car movie. They couldn't find any army tanks anywhere.
They
Couldn't make anyone?
They looked so out of place. Like, it's
Yeah.
jarringly bad
I missed
how these cars look. It's great. I told you this movie's terrible
so-
fun.
And he's half asleep, and I was like, is that CGI army trucks? And he's like,
Yeah, I saw the trucks, but I barely saw the trucks. I was like in and out.
None of these vehicles look like they're made to be on the.
no,
Of course not.
God, no.
Except for Tej, who is now in his little tank. Because Little Nobody said, when there are no rules, take whatever vehicle you want. And
Letty's-
Hobbs,
Letty's car has those big old wheels. So
it
it's
does.
Like,
It looks
oh,
like
it's gonna be
it's
good.
probably good.
So they actually made a comment to Roman because Roman's car is sliding all over the fucking place. And they're like, did you forget your snow tires? Like,
Yeah.
everybody else actually remembered to put snow tires on their fucking car, and he didn't.
No, of course not. He was too busy focused on the fact he was about to drive a Lamborghini.
Yeah, he was like, hell
a
yeah.
bright
He was
orange.
putting gas in his car during that time.
Oh,
Must
okay.
have been.
Yep.
Because he also has the line, "Why are they shooting at me?" You're like, "Well, Roman, you're in a bright orange Lamborghini."
bright orange.
Easiest thing to hit.
Right. But Hobbs is in like a big truck that has treads on it, not tires. Little Nobody's in a white Subaru, which his makes the most sense. They're out in a snowy area. He's in a white car.
Right.
Letty is in a almost white car with the big
With a
tires.
little bit of red in it.
Yeah. So they're just driving across the ice trying to get to the lock, beeline for it. And they're being pursued by all these mercenaries who have all these automatic weapons and missiles.
This scene really goes to show like how great of a driver Roman is, because he is, despite the fact that his car is taking all the aim and he's like doesn't have the snowshoe or the snow tires, he's still keeping up, booking it, and not fucking it up.
I mean, he would have been okay if the ice hadn't split open.
Yeah. And even when the ice split ocean, he's still hanging on there, driving it on. I'm like, damn, that man can drive.
And we get the return of the grappling hook.
The grappling hook is about to happen.
Yes.
And they fire a missile, which causes a big crack in the ice, and Roman is stuck on it. And Tej shoots his car with the grappling hook to try to keep him out of the water. But it's no good. His car dives in, and Tej tells him, hey, grab your door. And they immediately pull Roman out of his sinking car by the door, and he's sliding across the ice, still being shot at. This was my favorite part for Roman in this movie.
It's the most Roman, like, this is the Roman we met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loses the grappling hook. He's just on the ice. Four guys on snowmobiles coming toward him, shooting at him. Hides behind the door, picks the door up, smacks one guy off the snowmobile with it, grabs his gun, and then 4 for 4 shoots the other 4 guys dead on the ice. And he says, number 11, my ass.
Yep.
I really thought he was just going to hop on the snowmobile and just be on the snowmobile for the rest of the movie.
Just cold.
Yeah.
Just frozen.
Yeah.
Hobbs rolls up, and this is where Hobbs has the line, get in, shrinkage.
Oh, he definitely has some now.
Oh
that
my
they're
God.
Being in that water.
So much. Oh, and now we see that there are 2 mysterious figures in jetpack wingsuits flying towards Cypher's plane. And they hack the rear bay door and zoom in and close it. Well, Cypher tells them to close it. No, she tells them to dive below a certain altitude. Sorry. Then the door closes.
Right.
Because they know the door opened, but they don't know why.
But also, during this whole time, Dom's looking at his phone randomly. When on the phone it says waiting for connection. This whole time.
Yep. But he's also sitting there with Rhodes up on that cliffside.
Rhodes is like on the hood of the car with the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Yep, because he decides he's going to take a shot at
Letty.
Letty.
Who's in the car with Ramsey.
Yep.
Yep.
But our 2 mysterious wingsuited individuals are revealed to be the Shaw brothers. I don't know how any of this got set up, because Cypher has eyes everywhere. Dom was able to put that kill switch in his car without them noticing. He was able to program that device to help track the... Well, I guess he made that beforehand. But come to find out, there's a tracker inside Dom's necklace.
Which we knew.
He made that before The Rock called him.
Yes. That's what he was doing when The Rock
So
called
he-
him.
yeah.
Or it's the exact same one that...
Jason Statham was tracking
'Cause
in the last movie.
Jason Statham knew where they were every beat of that last film, and he had the necklace before it got back to Dom.
Yeah.
So Dom must have known it was already, or could have already known it was in there. But he
just
also...
reactivated it.
Yeah, but he also programmed that watch that he gave to Helen Mirren to be able to track the cross, which we don't know just yet, but that is what's happening. When he shot him in the street, the 2 guys who have helped them in the previous movies, the Brazilian dudes, they're the ones that collected Shaw's body and loaded up in the back of the ambulance, and his mom hit him with what looked like an adrenaline shot. And he was like, yo, you're supposed to miss the nerves. And she's like, oh, quit being a baby. And this is where she chastises him to look, you're going to help Toretto, and you're going to bring your little brother. He goes, oh, don't make me do that.
Yep.
And she goes, no, it's your brother. You need to spend time with him.
Y'all gotta do it together.
He starts crying.
Yeah, she does the fake crying. And as soon as he's like, oh, fine, I'll do it.
This is supposed to be about family.
Yeah. And she turns to look at him. No tears. He goes, oh, that gets me every time. But so they're on the plane, and he's like, all right, you go for the cockpit. That's where one of the keys are. I'll go for the actual holding cell where the other key is. All right, you ready, Scarface? Let's go. Because Owen's face is fucked up.
Yeah, it's messed up.
He's got some pretty gnarly scars on the side of his face.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Do you know if Vanessa Kirby's also putting on a really bad accent in this?
Ooh, Vanessa Kirby might just be using her Vanessa Kirby accent.
Yeah, because all 4 of them together just sounds like it'd be the funniest thing.
Because Luke Evans doesn't even have an exaggerated accent like
No.
that. I say exaggerated only because that's not Helen Mirren's real accent as far as I'm aware. But they make it to the cockpit, they make it to the holding cell, and Cypher is now aware that they are there, And she's like, you're supposed to be dead. And she sends goons after them. But they manage to get into the cell, and Deckard manages to save the baby. And he puts little headphones on him, and he starts playing some what sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Mm-hmm. The Christmas song.
Yeah. And he's like, you ready, little guy?
They also CGI'd this baby.
This baby was so fucking funny.
So funny in the scene.
The three or four close-up expressions we get of this kid
So
are
bad.
great. Because he's like, you ready, little guy?
Yeah.
And the kid's just like, and he holds his hand up.
He's like, yeah.
Another time, Statham is
this.
beating a guy, and it shows the kid kind of like looking around like, ooh, what the fuck's happening? This CGI baby was
It
hilarious.
was so bad.
Oh, and this is where we get the line when he's like, oh, you were going to shoot a baby?
A baby?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Because Statham has the baby in a carrier, and he turns his back, and he takes all the bullets in the back, and then he shoots the guy. He goes, really, you're going to shoot a baby?
He's like so offended too.
Yeah. And then he sniffs and is like, was that you or him? And then he looks down at the guy and goes, him.
Because the
Good.
baby's eyes head toward the guy. Like, the baby understands what he's saying.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that guy.
Yeah, but he's talking to this kid like he's talking to his brother.
Yeah.
It's a baby. And then he keeps like throwing the baby carrier from side to side. He puts it on the floor at one point. And he just slides it into a little hole. He's like, all right, I'll be right back for you.
This kid was in severe danger of whiplash this whole time.
Yes.
Yeah, never mind being shot.
Yeah.
Baby have
And
weak
his
neck.
poor eardrums.
Well, he did put the headphones on him.
But yeah, but no, we can still hear the Alvin and the Chipmunks
Yeah.
through the headphones. And I'm like,
So you know it's loud.
right.
He was taking care of that baby though.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
That baby was entertained.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The baby has been acquired.
The baby has been acquired, and Rhodes is trying to take a shot at Letty. Dom opens his car door and gets out, which causes the gun to shift, and he misses Letty, hits her car, and he walks over to Rhodes, and Rhodes is like, what do you think you're doing? And he goes, looking you in the eye. And he proceeds to pick this man up by the throat, slam him on the hood of the car on his back, and then punch him in the face and break his neck. And I thought that was a pretty great death.
Yeah. Good kill.
He fucking ended his ass
Quick.
very quick.
And he goes, that's for Elena. And now he gets back in the car, and Cypher is like, Rhodes, what's going on? He goes, Rhodes is dead. Just so you know, you took your foot off the tiger's neck. And he's like, look, you thought you were in power. You lost everything the minute that you interrupted my honeymoon.
And she's like, he's like, oh, and she was like, you killed your son. And he's like, no, I haven't.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
And that's when she notices,
Yep.
yes, you're totally right.
Yep.
When she notices what?
She looks on the cameras and
See Shaw with the baby.
Shaw has the baby.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. So now the team is being chased by the missiles still, and Hobbs says, get in a straight line. We'll take the first hit, because he's got a big snowplow on the front of his truck,
Yep.
and he just positions it to the back, uses it as a shield to block a missile. But then it's gone. It's the only one they could take. And he
Right.
tells Roman, he's like, hey, we got nothing left. And Roman's like, I need to switch vehicles right now. I need to get the fuck out of here.
I would think to get out of this one.
Should have taken that snowmobile.
Should have taken a snowmobile.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now Dom shows up, and he manages to take out 90% of this convoy in one quick move.
Yep.
And the whole team is like, oh, is he working? He's back with us now?
They just assume.
I think Little Nobody says it.
Yeah.
So Cypher, now being incredibly angry, surfaces the submarine and launches a torpedo and is sliding on top of the ice.
Two torpedoes.
Two torpedoes.
Yep.
But it's great how it's sliding on top of the ice, and Hobbs gets out of his car and he's hanging onto the door.
Yeah, he's like, drive the truck. And Rod's like, no. No.
And he just pushes it.
Literally.
And
Gently tap.
it just slide out of the way. And when this torpedo's sliding across the surface of the ice, we were sitting there last night watching it, and I was like, I don't think torpedoes work that way. I don't think that's how that works.
Nope.
I guess they were trying to convey that it was still sliding based on the momentum it had when it was fired,
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
and it came up out of the fucking. I'm just like,
But I feel like it would have just spun at one point. But anyway,
or
it
blown
just...
up trying to come through the ice or something.
Wait till the next movie where they literally go to space.
I thought it was
They
gonna
go
be
to space?
I thought it was gonna blow up. I had assumed they would eventually get to space because they've been everywhere else. They're globe-trotting, and this every movie they're just trotting all over the globe.
Uh-huh.
But I thought the torpedo was gonna blow up underneath the ice and just take the whole team just down under the water.
And then there would have been a secret, a twist that their cars turned to submarines, a la James Bond.
Right?
Was it Luda who did Pippin all over the world? No, it's Bobby Valentino.
He did it with Luda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luda and him. Did.
Luda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said in the song. Every song.
So now that Dom is free from Cypher, she is extremely pissed off and tells them to launch a heat-seeking missile at Dom. And he's with the whole team, and he breaks them up. But luckily, he's got that Mad Max car with the fire coming out the back. The missile specifically locks onto him.
And the Cuban NOS, I think, is also in his car.
Cuban NOS with the Cuban fire,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
Cuban EMP.
Yep.
And he turns, he has the missile behind him. He does a U-turn, and he starts driving right back toward the sub. And Cypher realizes what's about to happen, and she starts telling them to dive. Get underwater, get the sub out of the way. Dom has another line here. He goes, hey, this is for my son. And he launches over the submarine, and the missile collides with the sub, destroying it. His car is engulfed in flame,
Oh
and
my
he
God.
dives out of the car yet again.
A la the beginning of the movie.
And not a scratch on him, but he's covered in a little bit of soot.
And then all the cars come around him to shield him. And I was like, I know
wagon.
that they don't think that this is going to work.
I said, I don't think fire works that way.
I think she said the same thing,
He
actually.
was a baby elephant.
He was like, I don't think fire works that way. And I was like, I don't think ice works like that.
Ice should be melted.
But you can, it's so great. Like, you see Dom on the ice. He puts his arm up in front of his face.
Do something.
And then Letty's car pulls in. Freaking Tej's car. Little Nobody. Hobbs. All these cars block him from this fire. And you can see the surface of the ice is all black and burnt. Except for right where Dom was, it's still pristine.
Mm-hmm.
And
They didn't need to drive up. He wasn't going to get hurt. Once he put that arm up, that was
That was
good.
gonna protect it.
you
He was
cannot
good.
hurt Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, once his arm went up, I was like, oh, yeah, he's good.
Field.
Yeah. At this point, Shaw finally makes his way to Cypher on the plane. And he says something about this is for what she did to his little brother. She's like, well, there's one problem. I'm the only one with a parachute. And she opens the side door to the plane and just jumps right out. And Shaw can't go after her or anything. He's got to grab the baby, who's still in his little carrier.
Because the baby starts sliding
Sliding
towards
towards the door, yeah.
The baby would have been gone.
Oh, yeah.
He managed to close the door, and he's checking on the kid. He's like, you good? You okay?
Told you it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
So baby is secure. Cypher got away. Dom tells Letty, like, he says something about not quite being sorry, but he's got so much to tell her. And then Roman is taking a picture of him with the sub, and Little Nobody says, this is top secret, right? And he goes, not today. But I think that is when we cut to our New York City rooftop, where we're having our cookout. This is some bad CGI. This is also where Roman and Tej both get on my nerves because they're acting like little boys fighting over Ramsey.
Like, there are no other
And she's
women
got
in
a
the world.
great line in this scene too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they're both like, hey, would you want to be with Super Nerd or me?
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Yep.
To which she says, before we get into any of that, she's like, I like you both. But before we get into any of that, what's my last name? To which neither of them know.
I did like Ted's line though. He's like, it's gonna be Parker, and I was
Yeah.
like,
He did.
That's kind of
That was
smooth.
good.
That's
Yeah.
kinda
That
smooth.
would have worked on me. not
He's
gonna
like,
lie.
Right.
hey, Miss Parker. Which apparently is a line from Friday.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is appropriate from our director.
Yep.
Nobody and Little Nobody show up. And Hobbs is there, not wearing sleeves, but he is wearing a leather vest. Looking bad. But they tell him that he's been totally cleared of all charges. He is able to go back to work. They bring him back his badge and his gun. And he looks at his daughter, and he's like, it's...
Who's for some reason also at the cookout.
At the cookout. She's also part of the family now. But he tells his daughter, like, look, I've been doing this for 16 years. It's time for me to retire. Pretty much.
Daddy's coming home.
Yeah, oh, that line is so bad.
Yep.
Daddy's staying home.
And she's just standing there smiling.
Yeah.
Like, it's not weird.
And then she hugs him.
Yep.
Like she's a photograph on the desk.
Literally.
But then Shaw shows up with the baby. He is literally killed their friend Han in the last movie. And now he's BFF.
Godfather to the baby.
They're smiling and laughing with him, and I think Dom even shakes his hand. Now, I get you had to use the guy to save your kid, but they're a little too buddy-buddy with him
Yes.
for what happened in a previous film.
What happened a year ago?
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot of trauma going around, so they kind of got to let that one slide.
Yeah.
Because they did almost die, all the fucking time.
All the time.
And he's like, how did you know I would do it? He's like, I saw the look you gave
Brotherhood.
Cypher. And I was like, what?
He said
Yeah.
brotherhood.
Oh, yeah.
So Dom takes his baby, and he walks over to Letty. He goes, hey, I want you to meet the most important person in my life, someone who's never, ever given up on me. And the baby gets to meet his new mom.
R.I.P. Elena.
R.I.P. Elena. And he says he like is holding the baby and he's like looking up at the sky. He goes, "Don't worry, Elena. We're gonna take good care of him and everything."
And then I said, bold of you to assume she's up there.
My goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Where is she? Cuba?
Cuban hell?
This isn't just hell; it's Cuban hell. There's no coffee. But he's holding this baby in front of everybody. Everyone's sitting there at the cookout. I think Statham left. Shaw.
Too much family.
Too much family.
Too much fame.
Little nobody's still there.
Little nobody's there. Mr. Nobody is there, and he says, he says something about family. You never turn your back on family. And he says
family quite a few times in this speech.
yes, but he says something about this is his family, and they've never turned their back on him. And he says he wants to introduce them to somebody. And as we mentioned earlier, Elena did not give him a first name. The father should have picked the first name, she believed. And when I told Erica, can you guess what the baby's name was? When he says it here, what's he say?
Brian.
Brian. A character who is not dead.
Not dead and not at this cookout.
Erica said they should have named the baby Paul.
They should have named the baby Paul.
That
It would have
would've
made
been
more
good.
sense.
Also, Paul Marcos has a better ring than Brian Marcos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that
And
baby's name from Mad Max?
Sprague.
Yeah, they should name the baby Sprague.
You know what? Sprague would have been helpful in this one. He
Sprague
would have been
too.
shooting everybody.
Yeah, Frog would have been helping Deckard.
Sprague would have been fucking strapped.
Oh my god.
Hand me a gun.
Like, good job, Frog.
That baby would have been handling some business.
Oh yeah.
So that's how our movie ends, with this introduction to baby Brian here on this New York City rooftop, which apparently is something to honor Paul Walker, because apparently he wanted the franchise to be in New York at some point. And that was how they chose to do it, not actually being in New York. I had a couple fun facts about the movie, which I shared a few of them during the episode.
Okay.
Well, while you find that, I took account of how many times family was said in this movie. Does anyone?
I want to say 27.
Okay.
34.
Okay.
I was going to say 24.
I was going to say 21.
Y'all are all way off.
21.
It was said 16 times.
Oh, yeah, well,
Okay.
not bad.
21.
And I think Cypher said it more than anyone.
Wow.
Well, she was being very catty about it.
I could have gotten
Yeah.
fucked up
Although-
last night.
21 isn't that far off from 16.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I had
True. I'll give you that.
to. I had to. This is 5.
It felt like it was said 34 times, to be fair.
Yeah, it felt like it. He was just saying it.
Just to say it. But yeah, so that's the fate of the Furious. Fast and Furious 8, F8, Family 8, whatever the fuck you want to call this movie.
There's no more facts?
F8.
No, I looking through my notes, I realized I shared all my facts as they came up in the movie.
Family 8.
You did good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So This movie was from 2017.
Yes.
And if you had gone to see this movie in the theater in 2017,
We were together by then.
we were. This would have cost you about $8.97.
Would have set you back.
Yeah, that's all. So now we're going to go around and I'm going to ask everyone if they would have regretted seeing this in the theater. And we'll give our final thoughts. And I'll start with Abby.
Yes. I would have regretted seeing it in the theater. I regretted the $4 I had to pay to rent it. So I think part of that is the fact that it is the only one I've seen in its entirety.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
So I used to go to a gym when I lived in South Carolina that had a movie room. And so I would get on the elliptical and then just whatever movie was on is what. And they did show, I remember Tokyo Drift was on one day and the first one was on one day. So I've seen parts of it. Yeah, I would have regretted it. I have to hope that this was the worst movie in the franchise.
It probably wasn't.
So far. Yes.
I felt like, I'm going to be honest, Jason Statham. No, I lied. Tyrese. Tyrese was my favorite character. Like, his character, Roman, in this movie was my favorite because I felt like he handled his role with the appropriate level of corniness and still showed some good acting chops. And his character was meant to be the comic relief. So it's like, like,
Roman's been my favorite since the second fucking movie.
Yep.
I'm just mad that he's not
He's
always
great.
eating anymore.
That's true.
Because that used to
he
be
hungry.
his thing.
Every
He's just like-
scene in that second movie, practically, he was eating something.
Yeah, he's just like, bro.
oh no.
He did have a line in this movie, though, that he was like, I've been in this fucking room for 4 hours, and you can see my rib cage now.
He did.
So I thought
when
he
they
was
first
about
went to nowhere.
Yeah, I thought he was about to get up and find some food. And I'm just like, this goddamn Roman, because I would have been doing the same thing. Like, y'all motherfuckers don't eat?
Can
Where's
I
the
get
food?
a bag of chips or something?
Please.
Jeremy, what'd you think about the movie?
I'm kind of with Abby. When I went to rent it, I was like, $4 goddamn dollars.
It was on sale for 20 cents off.
20 cents off.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank goodness.
right?
20 cents.
The
Totally worth it.
The new end of the season, what is it? Gift or the end of season prize needs to be the full reimbursement of the rental cost.
Oh my gosh.
New end season prize. I thought it was okay. I mean, I like action movies. I would not have gone to the theater to see it because, like I said earlier, I don't even remember seeing like ads or commercials for just the last few Fast and Furious movies that have come out. I don't even remember seeing the promotional shit for like any of them because Erica asked, "Isn't there a new one coming out like soon?" I hadn't seen shit about that.
That one hasn't released anything yet. I think it's supposed to come out next year or the year after.
I also hadn't seen anything about the previous one. Fast X.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember seeing any fucking promotional shit for Fast X.
That's fine.
I just feel like everybody's like, hey, hadn't it been a couple of years since a Fast movie came out? Is there one out? And then it's like, yeah, there's one out. Like, oh, well, let's go check it out.
I think the last one came out maybe 3 years ago.
I think 2013 or 2023.
Okay, 2 years ago? At the point of, or time of recording?
They just don't. They don't promote it anymore. It's just there. It's like Doritos. They don't need to promote Doritos. You know they're there.
Erica?
Yeah, no, I would have liked to see this in theaters. I do. I like this franchise. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It makes no sense, but I have a good time every time I watch it. Like, I love a good heist movie. I think I said this in our Inception episode. Like, it just works for me. No matter what's happening, no matter how stupid it is, it just works.
You know, funnily enough, I think this franchise is like the most dad film franchise we've been watching.
Yeah.
And that's always been your gripe with these movies, but not this series.
Not this
for some
one.
reason.
I think it's because I've watched it since I was a kid, so I have like that child nostalgia.
Yeah, you got the goggles on for Too Fast, Too Furious.
I mean, that first one came out in 2001. So I was 11 years old when that first one came out.
And I was 9, so.
Oh, God, what was that?
Okay. I would regret if I had seen this in the theater. I don't necessarily regret watching it at home on the comfort of my own couch. This movie was absolutely over the top ridiculous. nonsense, but I had fun watching it. As dumb as it was, and as stupidly as they handle the death of Paul Walker and that character, which I don't like any of it, I had fun. I had fun watching this movie. It gave me some good laughs, probably when it shouldn't, but it was making me laugh. My favorite response I've been looking forward to, Etta.
I knew you were saving me for last.
Of course.
I got shanghaied into this movie.
Wow.
I literally tried to skip 2 podcasts, and I missed the last one. I missed 7 too, because he was watching it. I was like, "This movie is trash. Not doing it." So I was like, "I am not watching this movie," and I got shanghaied because Jeremy's like, "We're gonna go see another movie after this." So that movie better be top tier.
Oh, you're gonna like it.
I gave her. Why she not fucking like it somehow? I gave her an out. I told her, hey, after we get done with the podcast, I will come back home, pick you up, and we'll go to the theater. She's just like, no, that's too much. You shouldn't have to do that. I'm just coming with you. And that's
I'll just be on the show.
That's when I messaged y'all like, hey, some things happened, and Etta is now going to be on the podcast.
So I'm here.
Yeah, Etta was adamant for the last few weeks. I am not going to be on this.
I am not.
This movie's stupid. This franchise is stupid. Or I was like, you know what? That's fair. Mm-hmm. And then last night, Jeremy was like, hey, she's coming. And we were all like, fuck yeah.
I was like, Adam's
can't
gonna be
wait
so
for
goddamn
this.
happy. You do know that, right?
So I did not like this movie. I would not have gone and seen it. I honestly feel like this franchise is so overrated. Also, I did not like after they switched it from racing cars to heist movies.
So Tokyo Drift was the last one you liked.
And I didn't even like Tokyo Drift.
Damn.
So, so the second one is
Golden.
should have been
Golden with the sauce.
Anyway,
I think only one of these movies is actually about racing.
Literally.
It's Tokyo Drift.
Wait, what about the first movie?
But the first movie is an undercover cop trying to find people who are stealing shit.
But they were racing, though.
Right, but that's not the key thing.
I know.
They just happen to be racing.
What about the second movie? It's not about racing?
No, it's another undercover cop thing.
Oh, yeah, because Brian.
They're using racing to get to the guy. Mm-hmm. The third one is the only one that's actually about racing.
You know, they need to bring Cole Hauser back. I said this last time. They brought every other villain back. They need to bring back Cole Hauser.
They've only killed 2 main villains out of all. We were up to 8 movies for us. In the first 8 films, they've killed 2 main villains.
It's the opposite of Marvel.
They killed Johnny Tran in the first movie, and they killed the main villain, Reyes. Dwayne Johnson shoots him on the bridge at the end of the 5th movie. Other than that, all of our main villains are still around.
Because the guy from 2 got arrested, right?
He got arrested. The guy from 4 got arrested. He came back for a cameo in 7. The guy from 6, Owen Shaw. The guy from 7, Deckard Shaw. They're practically part of the family now.
They are the family. Deckard has his own movie.
Who's the guy from
Their
2?
extended family.
2, that's Cole Hauser.
Oh, yeah. They should have brought him back. Because that was funny as shit. Tyrese just like, he ain't getting out, is he?
Yeah, and he's just smiling at
They
them.
just
Like,
smile
no,
at him.
he's going to get out. You know that, right, Roman?
Yeah, he ain't getting out.
At this point,
Right?
he should have served his time. He might be in the street.
Yeah.
They really should bring him back
Yeah,
for something. Kill him, though. Kill somebody.
We need Roman to get some fucking, some time in the sun with that
It's
villain.
about
You know, it'd be
respect.
great if Roman killed him. Like, if they bring him back for the next movie,
That would be funny.
that would be fun. So, we have 4 people who would have regretted seeing this in the theater, and 1 person who would have loved it.
And definitely put it on us to do this fucking
Don't
podcast.
do another one.
She did this to us. And
Look at me.
She's going to do another one.
Don't do another. Okay, I'm quitting.
So, listener, get ready. Next season, F9.
The Fast franchise is now
I will
banned
not be
moving
in that
forward.
one.
Oh, you say that.
Nope.
I actually
Say that
told her
now.
on the way here, I was like, you can't say anything bad about the movie because you might upset Vin Diesel.
I don't give a shit.
And I'm just like, what if he just randomly decides, you know what, I'm going to listen to this podcast one day and
This
this,
girl hurt my feelings.
Please
Yeah.
do.
I'm Mark.
and then it's just going to be like, Erica's going to be over here praising it, but then Edda's going to be over here talking bad. She's going to be like, nah, we need to cancel these guys.
It's not that I don't recognize these movies are shit. It's just like I have a great time watching them.
If
Yeah, it's
If
not
you
a
like
good
things-
movie, but it was fun.
If you like things, you like them. You don't
Yeah.
need a
I mean,
reason.
it's fine.
Right.
Just
Like I said, I thought it was okay. I like action movies.
I think my favorite movie of all time, I think, is one of the stupidest movies, if you think about it longer than 2 seconds, Jurassic Park. there's too much about that movie. If you think about it long enough, it doesn't make any sense, but I absolutely love that movie. Love it.
You mentioned Blues Brothers earlier, and I was like, if you had just put the Blues Brothers like chase music over some of these car scenes, it probably would have
Hell
worked
yeah.
out. Like just the last car chase scene with the ice and the blowing up, it probably would have worked.
That would have been fun. All right, so that was our conversation on The Fate of the Furious. In 2 weeks, we will be sitting down to talk about a movie that I had never heard of, Frankie and Johnny.
Fuck.
I don't know. Yep.
This is the one with Pacino?
Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer teaming back up after doing Scarface. I happened to just see a random clip of this online one time, had no idea what it was. I was like, I want to watch it now.
Yeah, I think we were looking at trailers for The Godfather when we came across it.
You might be right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we ended up watching Hoodlum, because I saw a random clip on Facebook.
The ice cream shop.
Mm-hmm.
So, in 2 weeks, join us for our conversation on Frankie and Johnny. I'm looking forward to that. Whether it's a good movie or bad, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing this film. If you want to keep up with us on everything, on our social medias, we are Get2 Theater, the number 2, on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, TikTok. We post all kinds of stuff there throughout the weeks, or throughout the week when we're not posting episodes. So, I'm Adam.
I'm Erica.
I'm Etta.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Abby.
And we've been getting to the theater. We'll see you guys next time.